Coach Link Jarrett as we get ready for this contest here. Today, the Seminoles, the number 9 national seed coming into regional play, now face off against the number 8 national seed Oregon State Beavers. As the Noles have been introduced onto the field here, they'll wear their gray road uniforms with the FS logo on the left chest, while Oregon State will go with black tops and white pants, black hats here today for this matchup. The home dugout here at Goss is the third base side. So the Noles will be in the first base dugout here for this matchup as we get ready here to play. And again, it'll be Joey Vellini on the mound for the Seminoles. Dax Whitney will get the start for the Oregon State Beavers. And again, the prize here, what is on the line, is a trip to Omaha, Nebraska in the College World Series. The Noles would like to make their 25th appearance in Omaha, and they'll have to take 2 out of 3 here this weekend against Oregon State to do so. The Noles, of course, in Omaha last year. That was trip number 24, made it to the Final Four, but not able to get past Tennessee as the Vols were on their way to their first College World Series championship. Oregon State has not been back since 2018, and that was when they won their third College World Series championship as a program back in that 2018 season, so they'd like to get back for their first trip back since then. And again, you got to win 2 out of 3 here in super regional play. Two other super regionals in action prior to our start. You had a commanding win by North Carolina in their super regional against Arizona, and then you've got Louisville and Miami going at it, and Miami trailing by quite a bit in that one at last look. So Louisville appears to have that game well in hand as Florida State we'll get ready to go here today against the Oregon State Beavers. When you work with someone who knows a lot and cares even more, you're unstoppable. So start feeling like it today. Visit Truist.com/care. Truist, leaders in banking, unwavering in care. Truist Bank, member FDIC. That'll do it for the On Deck Show. We'll have the starting lineups and the first pitch coming up next. You're listening to Seminole Baseball from Legends.
Seminole fans know that when their health is on the line, Tallahassee Memorial Healthcare is here with the most advanced medical care in the region. Tallahassee Memorial Healthcare is home to one of the top heart and vascular programs in the Southeast, the area's most powerful cancer center, and Tallahassee's only level 3 neonatal ICU. For 75 years, our expert team has offered the latest technology and treatment options to get you and your family back in the game. We are Tallahassee Memorial Healthcare, your hospital for life. No matter where you are in life, VyStar is there, with banking made for moments big and small. Auto loans to get you to those road games. Credit and debit cards you can use on game day. Home loans for the home team fans. And that's just the beginning. We also give back to the places we call home. Visit VyStarCU.org today. VyStar Credit Union, proud partner of Florida State Athletics. Go Noles!
Hey Seminole fans, this is Eric Llewellyn, voice of FSU Baseball. Are you tired of sleeping hot? ChiliPad has a solution for that. ChiliPad works with your existing mattress. It's a temperature-regulated, water-based mattress topper that precisely controls your bed temperature from 55 degrees to 115 degrees. Visit www.sleep, that's sleep.me/Seminoles, and see why ChiliPad Bed Cooling Systems are the official bed cooling partner of Florida State Athletics. That's sleep.me/Seminoles.
Dining room, picnic, tailgate, or conference room. Whichever table you gather around, we'll be sure there's plenty to go around. Bring them together with barbecue. Grab Sonny's to go, or let us cater your next shindig with all your slow smoke favorites and sides. Available for pickup, delivery, or set up and serve. Order now at Sonny'sBBQ.com. Sonny's Barbecue. Local pitmasters since '68.
Hits one in the air to left, at the scoreboard, at the wall, it's out of here! Lodis, in the air, fly ball, right field, that ball is out of here! A walk-off grand slam, Noles win! Noles win!
The The Seminoles Sports Network presents Florida State Baseball. Today's Florida State Baseball game is brought to you by Coke Zero Sugar. Is it the best Coke ever? Try and decide. By Tico Peoples Gas, delivering natural gas that helps you save energy and earn cash back. Learn more at peoplesgas.com. By Metronet, love your internet, the official fiber internet of Florida State Athletics. By Barano Heating and Air Conditioning. Schedule an appointment today at baranoac.com. By the Tallahassee Board of Realtors. Find your realtor today. And by Truist Bank. Leaders in banking, unwavering in care. Truist Bank, member FDIC. Now, let's return to the field with Eric Llewellyn.
Florida State Seminoles and the Oregon State Beavers just a few minutes away here from first pitch. We're at Goss Stadium in Corvallis on the campus of Oregon State. As the umpires make their way to home plate, we've got Dave Susie behind the plate today. Brian Marine is down at first. Darren Haima is at second. And Javero January is at third base. And this is a crew that Dave Susie we're familiar with. The other three, those are all new names for me. Again, when you come out to the West Coast, you would expect to have different names than what you normally would see at home. As the two head coaches meet at home plate, Mitch Canham is the head coach for the Oregon State Beavers. He's in his sixth season. Link Jarrett in his third year at Florida State. As they meet, Florida State in their road grays, while Oregon State will wear black tops with white pants and those jerseys trimmed in orange, along with their black hats. Florida State going with a garnet lid here today. Starting lineups for the Seminoles. They will lead off Gage Harrelson. He'll be out in right field. Alex Lodis will play short. And bat second, Max Williams will be out in center field. He'll hit third. In the cleanup spot, freshman first baseman Miles Bailey. At third base, batting fifth is Cal Fisher. Drew Farrow, the second baseman, will hit in the sixth hole, with Chase Williams out in left field and hitting seventh. The DH today is James Hankerson Jr. He'll bat eighth, and catching and batting in the 9 spot is freshman Hunter Carnes. As they go over the ground rules here, exchange the lineup cards, and now the two head coaches going back to their respective dugouts. Again, the visitors' dugout here is the first base dugout, while Oregon State will be in the third base dugout for this matchup between these two ball clubs. Again, on the line, a trip to the College World Series in Omaha, Nebraska, as we begin the Corvallis Super Regional. Oregon State about to take the field. They'll go with Dax Whitney, a freshman right-hander, on the mound. Behind the plate, it will be Wilson Weber. Jacob Craig is the first baseman. At second, A.J. Singer. At short, Iva Arquette. The third baseman is Trent Caraway. In the outfield, left to right, Turley, Reeder, and Talt. So that's a look at your starting lineups here today for this matchup between these two ball clubs. Champion Auto is famous for offering the best interest rates, the lowest payments, and having the friendliest staff. Stop by the local dealership on West Tennessee Street or shop online at championautofl.com. Mentioned those earlier Super Regional ball games today. 4 total games today, 4 tomorrow, as the 8 Super Regionals are broken up into 2 groups. And the other teams that are playing on the same day as you, they're on the same side of the bracket as you out in out in Omaha, as North Carolina defeated Arizona 18-2 today. In the first Super Regional game, 8-1, Louisville has a lead over Miami. They're in the top of the 7th in Louisville. And then the other game tonight, the Auburn Super Regional, that will see Coastal Carolina face off against the Auburn Tigers. So the 4 teams that will make up one side of the bracket, all involved in Super Regional play here today, as Oregon State has taken the field And again, it's Dax Whitney on the mound for the Beavers. 6'5", 204-pound freshman right-hander. He's out of Blackfoot, Idaho. And you look at the numbers for Dax Whitney here today. Coming into this ball game, an ERA of 3.78 with a record of 6-3. This is his 16th start. He has thrown 66 2/3 innings while allowing just 54 hits, walking 33. And then the number that really jumps off the page at you, 101 strikeouts for Dax Whitney in 66 2/3 innings. And that works out to 13.7 strikeouts per 9 innings of work, and that's a very high rate. And that's something you've got to be wary of. He's a guy who'll throw a lot of fastballs. He'll pound the zone. And Link Jarrett talked about the very short arm action he has with that fastball that can be up to 96 or 97. And with that short arm action, it just gets on top of you that much quicker. As he has finished his warm-up tosses, Gage Harrelson stepping in, and we are ready to get underway. Unseasonably warm weather here in Corvallis, Oregon. 86 degrees here at first pitch, with wind blowing out to right field at about 8 miles an hour as Gage Harrelson steps in, hitting .335 with 5 homers and 40 runs driven in. Whitney with the pitch. Fastball is in there for a strike. So Harrelson stands ready at the plate. This is an all-turf field turf. As Harrelson swings and chops that one foul down the first baseline. Not a lot of room in foul territory here as that ball bounces out into left field, and we'll wait on it to get retrieved. Brad Vanderglass, the first base coach for the Seminoles. Ty McGahee, the third base coach for Florida State. Here's the pitch, and that will miss outside. Big looping curveball there. Tried to go to the outside corner, but did not get the corner. And now the count is a ball and 2 strikes. And that pitch will miss. 2 balls and 2 strikes. 96-mile-an-hour fastball there from Dax Whitney. Whitney steps on the rubber, wipes once, says he wants a different pitch. He'll wind and fire, misses inside with a slider, and the count is now 3 balls and 2 strikes. So after falling behind 0-2, Gage Harrelson, second on the team in on-base percentage, has worked into a full count. Here's the pitch, and that one is fouled straight back. So we will stay at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Harrelson and Miles Bailey have been having a battle here the last couple of weeks at the top of the chart for base on balls earned. Payoff pitch. That one is going to miss. Gage Harrelson draws a leadoff walk. Noles have the first base runner of the ball game, and that'll bring up Alex Lodis. And Dave Susie drawing the ire of the fans here at Goss Stadium, as Alex Lodis now will step in. It's 400 to straightaway center. It's 330 down the lines, 365 to the alleys here at Goss. They've got a 14-foot wall in center field that then goes down to 8 feet in left center. And then it's from there all the way around at 8 feet until you get to the right field fair pole as Lodis swings and misses at a first pitch slider. And a 1-strike count here to Lodis, who's batting .405 on the season with 17 home runs and 67 runs driven in. Lodis back in the right-handed batter's box here against the righty, Dax Whitney. Now the 0-1. And that's a fastball up high at 95 miles an hour to even up the count at a ball and a strike. Big batter's eye in center field. And then you've got temporary seating beyond the left center field wall, right center field wall, and right field wall. As there's a swing and a miss on 94-mile-an-hour heat by Lodis. And the count is 1 ball and 2 strikes. First base side of the rubber from the stretch. Whitney kicks and fires. Lodis watches a breaking ball that misses downstairs, and the count is 2 balls and 2 strikes. To the set position goes Whitney. He delivers. That's a slider that is chopped foul. And the count is still 2 balls and 2 strikes. The capacity here, 3587 officially, but again, temporary seating moves that well above that mark. And they had a record crowd in here for their final game of the regional on Monday against USC, where they had just over 4,600 in attendance. 2-2 the count. Here's the pitch, and that one is fouled straight back. 96 on the fastball there from Dax Whitney. Still 2 balls and 2 strikes. Gage Harrelson down at first after the walk. Harrelson second on the team in stolen bases with 15. He's been caught 3 times. Another 2-2 pitch, swing and a miss. Lodi strikes out, there's one away, and that will bring up Max Williams. So Max Williams steps in. The junior out of Ormond Beach batting .314 on the season with 18 homers, 49 driven in. And a throw over. Harrelson dives back in. 1 out, runner at first here, no score. We're in the top of the first inning. Four left-handed bats, 2 switch hitters, 3 right-handed bats in the lineup today against Dax Whitney. Max Williams, one of the left-handed bats in there right now. Harrelson takes an extra couple of steps off there as that pitch was delivered, but he's not going anywhere as he stays put. And Williams takes the ball up high. Ball and no strikes now to Max Williams. Again, as I mentioned, not a lot of room in foul territory here. The 1-0, and that one is fouled straight back. Make it a ball and a strike. Got seats going all the way down both lines. And then terrace areas beyond the end of the stands where people can stand and watch the game. The 1-1 pitch misses down low, and the count is 2 balls and a strike. Here to Max Williams. Right smack dab in the middle of the Oregon State campus. It's Goss Stadium. It's been here since 1907. It's when it was originally constructed. The 2-1. Make it 3-1 now to Max Williams. This is the longest continuous use ballpark in the United States. They are coming up on 120 years with this as their home ballpark. The 3-1 pitch, strike called on the outside corner, make it 3 balls and 2 strikes. We are scoreless here with Harrelson at first and 1 out. Max Williams now in a full count. Will they send Harrelson? Or will they keep him at first base? It's not going anywhere. There's the pitch. It's going to be a called 3rd strike. And there are 2 outs. That'll bring up Miles Bailey. So Miles Bailey steps in. He's hitting .328 on the season. Tied for second on the team in home runs with 17. He's driven in 53. Which puts him in second place in RBIs all by himself. And now he faces fellow freshman Dax Whitney. Throw over to first, Harrelson back in. As first baseman Jacob Craig returns that baseball. First base side of the rubber for Whitney, and he again will throw over. And again, Harrelson back in ahead of the tag. Bailey twirls the bat, still hasn't seen a pitch. Whitney now puts toe to rubber as he's got his pitch call in from the dugout. And that pitch misses high, maybe a little bit outside as well. A ball and no strikes now to Miles Bailey. Whitney's last time out, very good against TCU in an elimination game during regional play. As he delivers, there's a fastball good for a strike. And the count is 1-1 now to Miles Bailey. That last time out, 6 innings, 4 hits, 2 runs for Whitney against TCU as Bailey takes a hack at that one, sends a bouncer back to his own dugout. So ball and 2 strikes now to Miles Bailey. That was back on May 31st, that Whitney outing against TCU, threw 104 pitches. So he's short a day's rest here as he goes on Friday after pitching Saturday last week. 1-2 pitch, misses low and outside. That hits in the turf, blocked by Wilson Weber. Keeps that ball out in front, so Harrelson stays down at first base. Bailey taps the plate with that open stance from the left side as he readies the bat. Whitney now to the belt. He kicks and delivers. And that one is high and off the mitt of Weber, allowing Harrelson to go down to second base. So now the Noles have a runner in scoring position here with 2 outs in the top of the first inning. A 3-2 count now to Miles Bailey. So a wild pitch to Dax Whitney there. Here's the payoff to Bailey. And that's going to be a call, 3rd strike. So after giving up a leadoff walk to Gage Harrelson, Whitney comes back and strikes out the next 3 Seminole hitters. We've played a half inning, Florida State nothing. Oregon State coming to bat. You're listening to Seminole Baseball from Legends.
This September, our iHeartRadio Music Festival,
presented by Capital One, is coming back to Las Vegas.
and you can win your way to be there.
Streaming live only on Hulu. Tickets go on sale June 13th at 2 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Pacific through AXS.com. But starting Wednesday at 1 p.m. Eastern, Capital One cardholders get first access to tickets and other exclusive offers for 48 hours only, or while pre-sale tickets last. Visit iHeartRadio.com/Capital One for more pre-sale details. What's in your wallet? Keep listening for the next chance to win your way to our iHeartRadio Music Festival, presented by Capital One.
My name is Ariel. I moved to the U.S. at 19. I spoke no English and I struggled finding job opportunities. Everything I have, I owe to the Adult Literacy Center and getting my high school diploma at age 22.
It was an honor helping you achieve your greatness. Now you're helping others achieve theirs. It inspires me.
When you graduate, they graduate. Find free and supportive adult education centers near you at finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Joey Vellini to the mound for the Seminoles here as we go to the bottom of the first inning. No score, Florida State and Oregon State. And the Seminoles defensively behind Vellini. They'll go with Miles Bailey at first, Drew Farreau at second. Alex Lodis is the shortstop with sophomore Cal Fisher at third base. The outfield left to right, Chase Williams, Max Williams, and Gage Harrelson. Oregon State will lead off Easton Talt. He'll be followed by Iva Arquette, their outstanding shortstop. Gavin Turley hits third with Wilson Weber, the catcher, batting cleanup. Batting fifth, Trent Caraway. A.J. Singer will hit sixth. The DH today is Tice Peterson. He'll bat seventh. And in the 8-9 spots, Cannon Reeder and Jacob Craig. And got to watch Craig down there in that 9 spot. Batting average .239, but he has hit 13 home runs on the season. So he certainly has some pop down in that last spot in the order. The AC Marriott Cascade Park is the perfect place to stay and play while in town to catch a Noles game. Wind down with a signature cocktail in our AC Lounge or rooftop bar, Charlie Park. Everything you need under one roof. Book your stay today. Florida State in their road grays as Joey Vellini, 6'4" left-hander out of Jesuit High School in Tampa, Florida, making his 15th start of the season and his 16th total appearance. He's got a record of 8-5, an ERA of 3.68. Has struck out 97 hitters in 80 2/3 innings while giving up just 69 hits and walking 25. Batters hitting .235 against the left-hander Vellini as he winds and fires. And the first pitch, a fly ball to right field. Harrelson is under it, waits on it, and will make the catch. So 1 pitch and 1 out here for Joey Vellini as he retires Easton Talt, and that brings up Iva Arquette. Delaney will show you a fastball up to 92, might occasionally get a 93 for you there. Curveball, slider, changeup. And Link said he's got to have all 4 pitches working here today. As the first pitch here to Iva Arquette, a right-handed hitter. Curveball misses, and the count is 1 ball and no strikes. Arquette, 352 on the season. Tied for the team lead in home runs with 18. He has driven in 65, which leads the ball club. Fastball at 90 is good for a strike from Vellini. 1-1 the count. Curveball always seems to be the key pitch to me when I watch Joey Vellini on the mound as he winds and fires. And that's a little weak roller towards short. Lodis charging, throws to first in time to get Arquette. And there are 2 outs. That will bring up Gavin Turley. Couple of good fielding ball clubs. Florida State at 980, while Oregon State at 982. And you look at teams around the country, there are only 12 teams with 40 or fewer errors on the season. Florida State and Oregon State are 2 of those 12 teams. As Gavin Turley steps in, also 18 home runs. He's 1 behind Arquette in the RBI count with 64. Turley hitting 352 overall as he takes a fastball low and inside for ball 1 here from Joey Vellini. Vellini, a redshirt junior. Mainly throughout his career been a bullpen arm until this year as he delivers a curveball that's swung at and fouled off. 1-1 the count. But after spending 3 years at the University of South Florida, transferred to Florida State where he joined his former high school teammates, John Abraham, Wes Mendez, and Jamie Arnold, and ended up in the weekend rotation with 2 of those high school teammates. As the 1-1 pitch, that's a ground ball back up the middle, ranging to his right. Farrow, off balance throw to first is in time, and Gavin Turley is retired. As Joey Vellini sets Oregon State down in order here in the first. We are scoreless through 1. Florida State coming to bat. You're listening to Seminole Baseball from Legends.
Champion Auto continues to be the fastest growing used car dealership in the Big Bend. This is not by accident. It's because they have over 150 quality trucks, cars, and SUVs to choose from, so you are sure to find the vehicle you like. The Champion Finance team is famous for finding the best interest rates and getting you the lowest payments possible. Champion Auto has the nicest people, making your car buying experience the best. So stop by the dealership today on West Tennessee Street and always open at championautofl.com, where our brand is quality.
Hey Seminole fans, this is Eric Llewellyn, voice of FSU Baseball. Are you tired of sleeping hot? Chili Pad has a solution for that. Chili Pad works with your existing mattress. It's a temperature-regulated, water-based mattress topper that precisely controls your bed temperature from 55 degrees to 115 degrees. Visit www.sleep, that's sleep.me/Seminoles, and see why Chili Pad Bed Cooling Systems are the official bed cooling partner of Florida State Athletics. That's sleep.me/Seminoles.
This is Florida State Baseball.
Florida State Seminoles and the Oregon State Beavers as we begin the second inning. Florida State will have Cal Fisher, Drew Farrow, and Chase Williams due up here against starter Dax Whitney. Whitney threw 26 pitches in that first inning, and while he walked Gage Harrelson to start the inning off, he then came back and went K swinging, K looking, K swinging, K swinging, K looking, K looking against Lodis, Max Williams, and Bailey. So now it'll be Fisher, Farrow, and Chase Williams here against Dax Whitney. "26 pitches for Whitney, just 7 pitches for Joey Vellini in their first innings of work. As Fisher steps in here, hitting .310 on the season. He's homered 8 times, 37 driven in, and his 8th home run of the season was a big one. It tied that ball game up against Mississippi State in the regional championship when the Noles trailed 2-0 as he sends that one down the line, fouling into the crowd, out of play. 0-1 the count here to Cal Fisher. Well, opposite field shot over the screen in right center field that made that a 2-2 game. The Noles would end up winning 5-2 to punch their ticket to Super Regional play here in Oregon. Fisher hits that one in the air, right field. Talt is under it in foul territory, and that one is going to get out of play. And again, not a whole lot of room in foul territory here at Goss Stadium. Mentioned earlier, this ballpark was built 118 years ago, 1907. Longest continuous use ballpark in the country. The 0-2 to Fisher, another foul ball out of play. And will stay at no balls and 2 strikes. They have done renovations on this ballpark in 99, 2009, 2015, and 2019, with the 2009, 15, and 19 renovations expanding the capacity of this ballpark. Another 0-2 pitch, and that will miss outside. A ball and 2 strikes now to Cal Fisher. They currently have all field turf. The 1-2 pitch. Line drive to left field. Will that stay fair? No, it's foul. As it goes off the wall down there in left field. Just a little too far out in front of that one was Cal Fisher. He'll return to the plate in a 1-2 count. The areas that would normally be dirt on a grass field, they're a dark orange here, and then the areas that would be grass on a grass field are green turf. Again, there's a little bit of a difference between the two turfs, so you do get some feel there under your feet for when you're leaving one section and going to another, and also you can get a little bit of a bounce off of those areas as far as the ball goes when it hits them. And that one is going to miss low and outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes now to Cal Fisher. No score. We're in the top of the second inning. Nobody on, nobody out. And the 2-2. And there's a fly ball foul to the left side. That'll get out of play, and we'll stay at 2 balls and 2 strikes. They had a dirt mound up until 2015, and when they replaced the turf that time, they went ahead and went full turf and got rid of the dirt mound and put a turf mound in. 2-2 swing and a miss. Fisher strikes out, and Whitney has now K'd 4 straight Seminole hitters. That will bring up Drew Farreau. Drew Farreau batting .308 on the season, 16 home runs, 51 driven in. He'll hit from the left side here against the righty, Dax Whitney. Well, we talked about the high K rate of Whitney coming into this ball game, and after walking Harrelson in the leadoff spot, he has struck out 4 straight Seminoles. As Farreau faces Whitney here, and the first pitch, a fastball, misses a little bit low, I believe. Ball and no strikes now to Drew Farreau. Now the 1-0 here from Whitney. And that one is in there for a strike at 95. And the count is 1-1 now to the junior out of Tallahassee, Florida High. Whitney gets the pitch call in. Immediately to the rubber, he starts his windup and delivers a changeup that is off the plate. And the count is 2 balls and a strike now to Farreau. Nobody on, 1 out here. Top of 2. We are scoreless as Whitney delivers and misses outside. 3-1 the count. It doesn't take a whole lot of time in between getting that pitch call and delivering as he shoots a strike in there, and the count is now full. 3 balls and 2 strikes here to Farreau. Back into the left-handed batter's box. Farreau will tap the plate. He's ready. Whitney looks at his wrist. Ball in hand, now puts it into his glove as he steps on and rocks and fires. And that's going to miss inside. Drew Farreau draws the walk. So in between walks, 4 strikeouts for Whitney. Noles have a runner here at first with 1 out. Chase Williams, the batter. So Chase Williams steps in. Williams batting .350 on the season with 1 homer, 19 runs driven in. Spark plug hitting in the 7th spot in the lineup for the Seminoles. He's from Elmore, Alabama, a sophomore, as he faces freshman right-hander Dax Whitney. First pitch, fastball in there for a strike. And again, Whitney will work that first base side of the rubber here from the stretch with Faroux down at first base. Faroux is a threat to run. He's stolen 8 times in 13 tries. As a team, as Whitney throws over to first, but Faroux back in safely. Oregon State has thrown out 22 out of 72 attempted base stealers. The 0-1 here to Chase Williams misses outside, and the count is 1 ball and 1 strike. So 50 successful steal tries by opponents this year out of 72 total. See if that plays into Florida State's strategy here this ball game and this weekend. Whitney sets, here's the pitch, and that's going to be a strike on the inside corner. The count is 1-2 now to Chase Williams. Faroux held at first by Craig. Whitney stays off the rubber until he checks the wrist and gets the pitch call in. And a throw over to first, but Faroux dives back in safely. Chase Williams back in the left-handed batter's box. Again, listed as a switch hitter, but only hitting left-handed since that shoulder injury back in March. Swings and misses at that pitch. And Chase Williams strikes out. That's 5 strikeouts for Dax Whitney, as James Hankerson now will be the batter. James Hankerson Jr. getting the start at the DH spot, .256 on the season, with 2 home runs, 9 batted in. The big freshman out of Berkeley Prep in Tampa, Florida. Switch hitter will hit from the left side here against Dax Whitney. Whitney kicks and fires. Hankerson watches. Fastball good for a strike. 0-1 the count here to James Hankerson Jr. Taps the outside, then the inside of the plate as he gets the bat ready. Whitney back to the rubber, immediately sets, hands at his belt. Here's the pitch. That's a hard hit ball. Past the third baseman Caraway and into left field. Drew Faroux will have to hold up there, as that is the first hit of the ball game for either team. A single by Hankerson puts 2 aboard here, and Hunter Carnes will be the batter. So Hunter Carnes, freshman out of Jacksonville, batting .266. He's homered 6 times while driving in 14. He's hit .250 this season with runners in scoring position. He's got Faroux down at second. That's in the air to right field. Does it have enough? Off the wall. Faroux scores. Hankerson is being waved home. Here comes the throw to the plate, and they're going to get him. That's going to be an RBI double for Hunter Carnes, scoring Drew Faroux to put the Noles up 1-0. As they strand 1 here in the top of the second, we head to the bottom half. Florida State 1, Oregon State 0. You're listening to Seminole Baseball from Legends.
For 48 straight years, Ford F-Series have been the best-selling trucks in America. We got here by engineering breakthrough technology, redefining Built Ford Tough, and never settling for second best. But what's really made Ford F-Series the #1 selling trucks in America is you. Ford F-Series, Built Ford Tough. Based on 1977 to 2024 calendar year total sales.
Okay, so they say love is patient, love is kind, blah, blah, blah. But let me tell you, love is meeting the internet of your dreams. So it may sound crazy, but with MetroNet's ridiculously fast fiber network, you'll learn to love your internet. They deliver the best possible experience, period. You can binge watch till your heart's content, game, and work from home all at the same time without buffering or lag. Shouldn't you love your internet? Sign up online at metronet.com.
Florida State Seminoles lead 1-0 as we go to the bottom of the second inning. Joey Vellini, who needed just 7 pitches to retire Oregon State in order in the first, back out here as we begin the bottom half of the second. Noles on the board. Drew Farreau scoring on that double by Hunter Carnes. Hankerson was thrown out 8-6-2 to end the inning. Carnes stranded, but with an RBI. It's his 8th double of the season and his 15th RBI, and that gives the Noles a 1-0 lead. So Joey Vellini now will face the 4, 5, and 6 batters in the Oregon State lineup. Sunstop, food, fuel, and more. Find everything you need under the sun at Sunstop, a proud sponsor of Florida State Athletics. Wilson Weber, the catcher, to lead things off. He's batting .329 on the season with 12 home runs and 55 driven in. It's an Oregon State ball club that came into Super Regional play hitting .292 as a team and averaging just under 8 runs per ball game. As the first pitch from Vellini misses outside, he went to the changeup there, but didn't catch the corner. The count is 1-0 here to Wilson Weber. The windup and the pitch from Vellini. Swing and a miss. Good slider there from Joey. And it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Joey Vellini, the 6'4", 247-pound lefty, delivers a fastball there that swung on and fouled off. A ball and 2 strikes the count. Last year, 14 appearances, a record of 3-0, and an ERA of 4.40 at USF. That was coming off of Tommy John surgery, which saw him miss the 23 season. Gets a swing and a miss, and strikes out Wilson Weber. There's 1 away. That'll bring up Trent Caraway. Vellini really was a workhorse all throughout the season for the Seminoles. And until that California series, had only had 1 start where he gave up more than 3 earned runs in an outing. Noles lead 1-0. Trent Caraway, the batter, he takes ball 1 low and inside. Caraway hitting .276 with 11 home runs, 43 driven in. Then he gave up 5 earned in 5 innings at Cal before giving up 5 earned in 3 2/3 against North Carolina. Slider to the outside corner for a strike. Backdoored that one, and the count is 1-1. Then came in out of the bullpen in the ACC tournament against North Carolina. Another slider for a strike there. And the count is 1-2 now to Trent Caraway. Gave up just 1 earned in 3 1/3. It's a nice little reset outing for him, and then started the opener in the regional, but only went 3 innings due to a 2-hour and 18-minute weather delay. That's a grounder to short. Lodis plays the high hop. Throw is up high, but Bailey, plenty of length to the body there to make the catch, and there are 2 down. That will bring up A.J. Singer. First 7 starts, he allowed 0, 1, or 2 earned runs and went less than 5 innings just 1 time. So he got out of the gate very quickly this season. As the first pitch here to A.J. Singer, changeup for a strike. Singer batting .319, has homered 3 times while driving in 37. Nobody on 2 outs. Vellini has retired all 5 Oregon State batters he's faced. Noles lead 1-0. Fastball in there for a strike at 90, and the count is 0-2. Got roughed up a little bit in that Wake Forest start, 2 1/3, 10 hits and 7 runs, but then right back on the horse as he gave up 1 earned, 3 earned, and 3 earned in his next 3 starts against Virginia Tech in 7 innings, Louisville in 5 innings, and Clemson in 8 innings. As that pitch is fouled off, and the count is 0-2. Still here to A.J. Singer. Blaney now. The windup and the pitch. That's in the air to center field. Williams comes in, now goes back, drifting to his left as he goes back. He'll make the catch. And another 1-2-3 inning here for Vellini. We are through 2 complete here at Goss Stadium in Corvallis, Oregon. Florida State 1, Oregon State nothing. You're listening to Seminole Baseball from Legends.
Behind the scenes of Seminole Athletics, there is a community of supporters who pledge their personal resources to provide all teams with the greatest opportunity for success. That community is Seminole Boosters. Seminole Boosters is the largest source of funding for Florida State athletics and serves as the difference maker for our athletic program. You can join the team behind the team for only $5 per month. Learn more or join today at SeminoleBoosters.com. That's SeminoleBoosters.com.
Scott and Wallace, the official injury lawyers of the Florida State Seminoles, located in the heart of Tallahassee, founded with a commitment to community and a will to win. Join Scott and Wallace at Dick Howser Stadium with the Animals and the best fans in college baseball all season long. Scott and Wallace, real trial lawyers, real results.
You are listening to Florida State Baseball.
Noles lead 1-0 as we go to the top of the 3rd inning. And due up for the Seminoles here. We are back to the top of the order. It'll be Harrelson, Lodice, and Max Williams to face Dax Whitney, the starter for the Oregon State Beavers. Seminole fans, these days you need fast, reliable internet. You need MetroNet 100% fiber internet with speeds up to 5 gigs. MetroNet customers get unlimited data, no long-term contracts, and industry-leading customer care. Say goodbye to slow, frustrating internet. Say hello to the ultimate online experience from MetroNet. Visit metronet.com today and love your internet. So Harrelson, who walked his first time up, will start things off for the Seminoles here in the top of the 3rd inning. 1-0 lead for the Noles as that pitch misses outside. Harrelson taps the plate. He's back in and ready. The kick and the pitch. That's a strike on the inside corner. Make it 1-1 now to Gage Harrelson. He finished the season 5th in the Atlantic Coast Conference in runs scored and runs scored per game. He's done a great job in that leadoff spot all year long, going out there and getting on base. Swings and misses at a changeup, and the count is 1-2 now to Harrelson. .439 on base percentage coming into the game today. 3rd on the team in that category as he leads the team in walks with 33. 1-2 pitch, misses low and inside, and the count is 2 strikes. He's also leading the team in getting hit by pitches. He's been hit 12 times. So you throw those two together with the .335 batting average, and that's why you get that high on base percentage for Gage Harrelson. 2-2 pitch. He's going to fish that one out into left field. That's going to be a base hit for Harrelson. The leadoff single here. And Gage has been on base both times in this ball game here today. Noles have the leadoff batter aboard. That'll bring up Alex Lodice. So Alex Lodice will step in. Struck out his first time up. 3 major awards in college baseball now where Lodice is a finalist. All of them announced this week here as Lodice 0 for 1 in the game. Noles lead 1-0. That one is rocketed into center field. Harrelson will round second and hold up there. Back-to-back singles here to start off the 3rd inning for the Seminoles. And now Max Williams will be the batter. That one was torched off the bat of Lodice. And now Max Williams with the Noles in a good spot here. Runners at first and second, nobody out, leading 1-0. We're in the top of the 3rd inning. Those 3 major awards, the Golden Spikes Award, the Dick Howser Award, the Brooks Wallace Award that Lodice announced this week as a finalist for. And now, after a first pitch out of the zone here to Max Williams, Wilson Weber wants to head out and have a word here with his freshman starter, Dax Whitney. He had good success against the Noles through the 8th spot in the lineup. Until the 8th spot in the lineup. He walked 2 and struck out 5 through the first 7 batters he faced. But with Faroux at first, he gave up a single to James Hankerson and then a double to Hunter Carnes, which scored Faroux. That put the Noles up 1-0. That's where we stand now, as Weber back behind the plate. And Max Williams back in here with a 1-0 count. Whitney checks the wrist. Ball in hand as he comes set. Checks Harrelson down at second now, delivers. That'll miss outside, and the count is 2 balls and no strikes here to Max Williams. 1 run on 4 hits, no errors for the Noles. Zeros across the board for the Beavers here. We're in the top of the 3rd inning. Harrelson at second, Lodis at first. 2-0 count here to Max Williams. Whitney delivers. And Max watches as that pitch misses, low and outside, and the count is 3 balls and no strikes now to the junior out of Ormond Beach. Max has a 7-game hitting streak coming into this ball game here today. First base side of the rubber for Whitney. Here's the pitch, and that's right down the middle for a strike. 3-1 the count now to Max. He had 14 homers a year ago, has surpassed that, stands at 18 now where he leads the ball club. He's 4th on the team in runs batted in with 49. Swing and a miss on the 3-1. And the count is full now to Max Williams. Harrelson and Lodis both run well. As Harrelson gets his lead off second, Lodis off first. Payoff pitch. Line drive to right field, but that's hit right at the right fielder. Harrelson will retreat to second. He'll tag and head over to third. And Max Williams squared one up, but he hit it right at Talt, the right fielder, for the first out of the inning. Now the Seminoles have runners at the corners here with 1 out. Miles Bailey will be the batter. So Whitney, who struck out 5 of the first 7 batters, has now given up 3 singles, a double, and a squared up line out here as Bailey takes a breaking ball inside for ball 1. RBI opportunity here for Miles Bailey. Gets something to the outfield. Noles lead 1-0. Trying to expand that now. The 1-0 pitch here to Bailey. And that's on the outside corner for a strike. 1-1 the count. Bailey hitting .333 with runners in scoring position. Leads the team in slugging percentage. Second on the team in slugging percentage. Behind Lodis at .736. Bailey at .651. As that one's good for a strike. Make it 1-2 now to Miles Bailey. Bailey has a 7-game hitting streak as he awaits the 1-2 pitch here from Dax Whitney. Whitney sets, he kicks and fires. And that is going to be too tall even for Miles Bailey, and the count is 2 balls and 2 strikes. 6'4", 257-pound freshman out of Lincoln High School. Big Bend Baseball Player of the Year last year in his senior campaign at Lincoln. Thrower to first, Lodis dives back in safely. Harrelson stays put, though he keeps an eye on that baseball as Craig very quickly returns it to pitcher Dax Whitney. Open stance from the left side for Bailey. Here's the 2-2 now from Whitney. Swing and a miss. Actually, got a piece of that one, but hung on to by Weber. And there are 2 down. That's the 6th strikeout recorded by Whitney, and Cal Fisher now will be the batter. Dax Whitney is already up to 64 pitches. This is a good bullpen for Oregon State as well. Good starting pitching, good bullpen. They come into the Super Regional with a staff ERA of 4.24. As Fisher takes ball one high and inside. 245 walks in 519 and 2/3 innings for this staff. 229 batting average against. They've struck out 608 batters. The 1-0 to Fisher is fouled out of play, and the count is 1-1. Cal Fisher's reached base safely in 22 straight games. As he steps in here, and Knowles would like to see him extend that right now. You've got Harrelson down at third, Lodice at first with 2 outs. Knowles lead 1-0. We're in the top of the 3rd inning. 1-1 pitch, swing and a miss. On a 93-mile-an-hour fastball. The count is 1-2 now to Cal Fisher. Fisher looks into the dugout, checks his wrist, now circles back around home plate umpire Dave Soucy and back into the right-handed batter's box. Crowd getting into it here. A 1-2 count to Fisher. Whitney with the pitch, swing and a miss. And the Knowles strand 2 here in the top of the 3rd. We head to the bottom half. Florida State 1, Oregon State 0. You're listening to Seminole Baseball from Legends.
No matter where you are in life, VyStar is there with banking made for moments big and small. Auto loans to get you to those road games. Credit and debit cards you can use on game day. Home loans for the home team fans. And that's just the beginning. We also give back to the places we call home. Visit VyStarCU.org today. VyStar Credit Union, proud partner of Florida State Athletics. Go Noles! Seminole fans know that when their health is on the line, Tallahassee Memorial Healthcare is here with the most advanced medical care in the region. Tallahassee Memorial Healthcare is home to one of the top heart and vascular programs in the Southeast, the area's most powerful cancer center, and Tallahassee's only Level 3 neonatal ICU. For 75 years, our expert team has offered the latest technology and treatment options to get you and your family back in the game. We are Tallahassee Memorial Healthcare, your hospital for life.
Florida State leads 1-0 as we go to the bottom of the 3rd inning. Bottom 3rd of the lineup due up for the Oregon State Beavers. Tice Peterson, Cannon Reeder, and Jacob Craig against Seminole starter Joey Vellini. Seminole fans, SWAT Barbecue and Catering is located on the corner of High Road and West Tennessee Street, serving smoked brisket, pull-apart ribs, pulled pork, and much more. For more information, follow SWAT Barbecue on social. SWAT Barbecue, cook slow and serve fast. And so far, Vellini just 19 pitches in his first 2 innings of work, setting Oregon State down in order, with 1 strikeout mixed in there. Two flyouts, 3 groundouts, 1 strikeout so far here for Joey Vellini, as Tice Peterson, the batter, hitting .281 with 4 homers and 17 driven in. Very right-handed heavy lineup today for Oregon State against left-hander Joey Vellini, as the first pitch is low and inside for ball 1. That was a slider from Vellini. First time Vellini has pitched in the postseason. Came last week when the Seminoles hosted Bethune-Cookman. And again, that one only lasted 3 innings due to a weather delay, 2 hours and 18 minutes. So he threw just 45 pitches last Friday. He falls behind 2-0 here to Tice Peterson. Fastball is in there for a strike at 89, and the count is 2-1 now to Peterson. Tice Peterson out of Kirkland, Washington. 5'10", 197 pounds. Curveball misses, and the count is 3-1 now to Peterson. So he's back in the right-handed batter's box and ready. Vellini now the 3-1 pitch. That's grounded towards third, and Fisher can't handle it. First base runner of the game for Oregon State, and that's one where it's just a tweener hop for Fisher. He wasn't sure whether to come in on it or wait back on it. and ends up short hopping the glove. They're going to give Tice Peterson a base hit there, and Cannon Reeder now will be the batter. Noles lead this thing 1-0. Oregon State now with a base runner. It's not a team that runs a lot. 35 steals and 50 tries on the season. Easton Talt, who hits in the leadoff spot, the only one with 10 or more steals on the roster. As Cannon Reeder steps in, Reeder hitting .296, 7 homers, 32 driven in. Right-handed hitter here against the lefty, Joey Vellini. He shows bunt and bunts that one foul. It'll hit on the net next to the Seminole dugout. And a 1-strike count here to Cannon Reeder. They do sacrifice more than some other teams that we have seen this year. They have successfully sacrificed 31 runners to the next base coming into this game here today. Cannon Reeder has 4 of those sacrifice bunts. He will square around again, pulls the bat back, does not offer to pitch that misses outside, and the count is 1-1 now to Cannon Reeder. 1-0 lead for the Seminoles. We're in the bottom of the third inning. Runner at first here, nobody out. Fisher in tight at third. Bailey holding the runner at first as Reeder has shown bunt on each of the first 2 pitches. Fellini, third base side of the rubber, sets, kicks, fires. Not showing bunt this time as he hacks away, sends that one foul into the luxury suite area. Nice little barehanded snag there by an Oregon State fan. We've got luxury suites just beyond the first base dugout, up and above the lower level of seats there. And those are jam-packed. There's not much by way of empty seats anywhere in this ballpark today. Again, over 1,000 temporary seats shipped in here. 1-2 pitch. That's going to be a called third strike. Reeder is punched out. Second strikeout of the game for Vellini, and that will bring up Jacob Craig. Jacob Craig, only hitting .239, but he's got 13 home runs on the season. Slugging .500 with an on-base percentage of .350 and .850 OPS, so he's not a 9-hole hitter you can sleep through, that's for sure. Tice Peterson at first, held there by Bailey, 1 out. Vellini now with the pitch, and he misses outside. Looked like a slider there, didn't get the outside corner. The count is 1-0 now to Jacob Craig. Here's the 1-0 pitch. And that one is to the outside corner. The slider this time spins in and catches the black, and the count is 1-1 now. Here's the 1-1 pitch from Vellini. And that one will miss. Curveball. 2-1 the count here to Jacob Craig. 1 run on 4 hits with no errors for Florida State. No runs, 1 hit, no errors for Oregon State. Now the 2-1 here from Vellini. Check swing on a slider that's called a strike anyway. The count is 2-2. As Craig taps the plate, he's ready. Vellini eyeing the runner at first to the belt. Now delivers. That one is hard hit. That's going to be a fair ball. Past Cal Fisher into the corner. That may tie it up. Here comes the throw in to the plate, and it is going to be in time. And both teams now have had a runner gunned down at the plate. Chase Williams chased that ball into the left field corner, hit his cutoff man Alex Lodis, who threw a dart to the plate. Hunter Carnes, it was a little bit offline towards the dugout side of that foul line, but he was able to get the tag over there to the line as the runner, Tice Peterson, tried to score, and I think we are going to get a challenge here by head coach Mitch Canham as the home plate umpire, Dave Susi, goes over to the first base umpire, and now they will head off. It'll actually be Susi and Javero January, the third base umpire, going off for this review. And again, reviews are done elsewhere. The umpires are just on a headset with the review umpire. So we have our first Sunstop second look. It only takes one look to find everything you need under the sun at Sunstop. Food, fuel, and smiling faces at their 80 locations in Florida, Georgia, and Alabama. Sunstop is a proud partner of Florida State Athletics. The replay umpire for postseason for all of the super regional games, they are running that out of Pittsburgh. So they are on the headset to an official in Pittsburgh that is actually watching the replay on this and making the decision. So the umpires are just on the headset for that process. And we will hear what they've come up with as soon as they're done with the replay. I see both umpires grabbing for their... Oh, nope. I thought they were both grabbing for one of the ears and taking the headset off. Now they are. So it's going to be Javero who will let us know what they're going to call here.
After review, the call on field is confirmed. The runner is out. Oregon State is charged with one challenge. They have one remaining.
So there you hear from, I'm sorry, I thought that was Javero Jr. It's Darren Haima who was off to do that review with home plate umpire Dave Susi. So there you heard Haima's explanation. Call on the field confirmed. That costs Oregon State one challenge. They have one left. And now with 2 outs and a runner at second, Noles lead 1-0. And that brings Easton Talt back to the plate for his second look at Joey Vellini. And he will try to bunt his way aboard, but bunts it foul. So Peterson is thrown out, 7-6-2 at the plate. And we are going to give Chase Williams our SWAT Barbecue smoking moment of the game. SWAT Barbecue, cook slow and serve fast. Getting to that ball in the corner, getting that throw into Lodise where Lodise could make a play as he hit Hunter Carnes to throw the runner out at the plate. Check swing, foul ball out of play, make it 0-2 now to Easton Talt, the only left-handed batter in the lineup today for head coach Mitch Canham. 1-0 Noles on top. Craig down at second after the double. They're 2 down. Talt back in. And now Vellini sets. And here's the 0-2. Check swing. Did he go around? No, he did not. Cal Fisher was running off. He thought that was going to be strike 3. I think he thought it was strike 3 whether the check swing was called or not. But Javero January did not agree. Ball and 2 strikes now to Easton Talt. Hitting in that leadoff spot for the Oregon State Beavers. 1-2 pitch. That one will miss. Ball in the turf, blocked by Hunter Carnes, and the count is 2 balls and 2 strikes. Left on left matchup here with Vellini and Talt. Talt readies the bat, squats down. Now he's in his stance. Vellini kicks and fires. Ground ball to the left side. Lodise up with it. He throws to first, side retired. No runs, 2 hits, 1 left stranded, and 1 great defensive play at the plate that cost Oregon State a potential run and an out. Both teams now have had a runner thrown out at the plate as we are through 3 innings here in Corvallis. Florida State 1, Oregon State nothing. You're listening to Seminole Baseball from Legends.
When it comes to your orthopedic health, excellence is at the heart of our mission. At TOC, our physicians are more than just experienced. They're fellowship-trained and board-certified experts with advanced training who truly understand your needs. We take pride in delivering the highest level of care, offering both surgical and non-surgical treatment options. Every age, from head to toe. TOC, only experts. Visit teamtoc.com.
No matter how busy life gets, your home is the place where your family and friends show you they care and celebrate with you. That's why the professionals at Barano Heating and Air Conditioning always make sure that your home is comfortable. Just like those who matter to you most, Barano will always be there for you. Schedule an appointment today at baranoac.com. That's baranoac.com.
This is Florida State Baseball.
The Florida State Seminoles and the Oregon State Beavers. Super regional play from Corvallis, Oregon. Noles lead it 1-0 here as we begin the fourth inning. Noles came into the game 41-14, while Oregon State 45-13-1. Noles have scored first to go up 1-0. Florida State 35-4 when they score first, as Drew Farreau will start things off for the Seminoles here. So Farreau walked his first time up and scored the lone run of this game. He was at second base when Hunter Carnes doubled off the wall in right center field as Farreau swings and misses on a first pitch curveball there from starter Dax Whitney. Now Farreau back in. 0-1 the count. And that pitch will miss. And the count is 1-1. Whitney has had a fantastic season this year for Oregon State. Came in with a record of 6-3 and an ERA of 3.78. As that one is fouled out of play, 1-2 the count now to Farreau. And Link Jarrett did say he's got a really good feel, an advanced feel for pitching. When you watch him, you don't see a freshman out there. So he looks at his wrist, gets the pitch call in. Here's the 1-2. And that one is fouled out of play. Will stay at a ball and 2 strikes. Out of his 15 starts coming into today, 4 of those have come against Power 5 schools that are in the top 50 of the RPI at the end of the regional rounds. As he wipes a couple of times, now delivers. That one is grounded towards the first baseman. Craig has it. He'll take it himself. Farreau is retired. There's one away. That'll bring up Chase Williams. In those 4 starts against Power 5 top 50 in the RPI, Dax Whitney has an ERA of 7.88 and a walks and hits per inning pitched of 1.56. Then he's got a couple of starts against a couple of non-Power 5 top 50 schools. Cal Irvine and Cal Poly, they were both regional teams that were eliminated last week during regional play, as that pitch will miss outside. His numbers are better there, 4.16 in his 2 starts that covered 8 2/3 innings. Walks and hits per inning pitched to 1.50 against Cal Irvine and Cal Poly. The 1-0 here to Chase Williams. Breaking ball good for a strike. Chase Williams struck out his first time up. Noles lead this thing 1-0 with 1 out and nobody aboard, top of 4. Now the 1-1 pitch, that will miss up high, 2-1 the count. He had 3 starts against schools that are in the RPI 51-100 range. Nebraska, Hawaii, and Iowa. He had a 2.30 earned run average in 15 2/3 against those teams. Check swing, Chase Williams did not go around, and the count is 3-1. And then he had 6 starts against teams that were RPI 111 to 216. ERA in those starts, 2.05 with a 1.10 walks and hits per inning pitched. Here's the 3-1, and that one is fouled straight back. Count moves full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Interestingly enough, in those 6 starts, in that RPI 111 to 216 range, he gave up 6 earned runs in those 6 starts, but all 6 of those came against Cal State Northridge. He did not give up a run in his other 5 starts against teams in that 111 to 216 range of RPI, as that's a called 3rd strike against Chase Williams. And there are 2 down. That will bring up James Hankerson Jr. Noles have out-hit the Beavers 4-2 in this one, leading 1-0 with nobody on and 2 outs here in the top of the 4th. Hankerson singled his first time up, so he has one of those 4 knocks for the Seminoles. As he moved Faroux over to second base, where he was able to score on a double by Hunter Carnes. And the first pitch, curveball in there for a strike to Hankerson. Nobody on 2 outs here, top of 4, 1-0. Florida State on top. Dax Whitney rocks and deals, and that's going to be a called strike. 0-2 now to James Hankerson Jr. Hank ready. Whitney wipes twice, so he wants to change the pitch. Here's the 0-2. And that's a check swing, but it's a called 3rd strike. And the Noles go down in order here in the 4th. We played 3.5, Florida State 1. Oregon State 0. You're listening to Seminole Baseball from Legends.
Do we buy or rent?
How do I understand the housing market in my area?
How many bedrooms? How many bathrooms?
What's affordable in the neighborhood I want to buy?
Does it have a 2-car garage?
Does it have a fireplace?
What about a pool?
Does it have vaulted ceilings?
A realtor is your neighbor and ally, someone who understands your dreams and has the expertise to make them a reality.
Call a member of the Tallahassee Board of Realtors today. Visit us online at tbrnet.org to find a realtor.
The Tallahassee Board of Realtors, serving our community since 1935.
Hey Seminole fans, it's springtime and warm again, so you know what that means. Bugs like termites, mosquitoes, and roaches will be out in full force. Luckily, you can trust the pros at Arrow Exterminators to keep your home pest-free inside and out. Arrow protects homes and businesses in the Tallahassee area and is a proud partner of Florida State Athletics. So you know that you're getting the best from the best. To set up a free pest inspection, call 888-GO-ARROW or visit arrowexterminators.com.
Joey Vellini back out on the mound for the Seminoles. He'll face the 2, 3, and 4 spots in this Oregon State lineup. So Iva Arquette, Gavin Turley, and Wilson Weber. TOC is a proud partner of Florida State Baseball for the past 50 years. TOC has provided the highest quality comprehensive care to North Florida and South Georgia at one of the nation's premier sports medicine and orthopedic clinics. TOC, the team behind the team. So Joey Vellini, who's given up 2 hits thus far, without a walk, he has struck out 2 batters, begins the 4th inning. And this will be pitch number 39 for Vellini. So hanging in there at just over 12 pitches per inning. Through 19 last inning, that was his longest outing by pitch count so far in this ballgame. As Vellini, deep breath, now delivers first pitch. Misses down low here to Iva Arquette. He is a large shortstop, 6'5", 220 pounds. As he takes another pitch there, and the count is 2-0. He's out of Kailua, Hawaii, transfer from Washington. Here's the 2-0 now from Vellini. Fastball outside corner for a strike, 2-1 now. Probably not going to find too many matchups between top-notch shortstops better than the one we've got here this weekend between Arquette and Lodis. 2-1 pitch. Just misses the inside corner. The count is 3-1. Arquette probably going to be off the board in the top 10 picks. Lodis probably late first to early second. 3-1 now from Vellini. And that's going to be called a strike, make it 3-2. Threw him a slider there and caught the lower part of the zone. The fans here at Goss are unhappy. Nobody on, nobody out. Full count here to Iva Arquette. The payoff. And that's a ground ball back up the middle. Faroux has it, long throw to first, not going to be in time. It's going to be an infield single for Arquette. And the leadoff batter aboard here for the Beavers. That brings up Gavin Turley. So Gavin Turley will be the batter. He is also a dangerous hitter, tied for the team lead in home runs with his predecessor there in the lineup, Arquette. He's one behind him in RBIs with 64. Arquette has 65. Arquette held at first by Miles Bailey. Turley grounded out to Farrow his first time up. Showed bunt, pulled the bat back, did not offer. As that pitch missed, and the count is 1 ball and no strikes. Not sure that that's a bona fide attempt at bunting or just Turley trying to throw off the infielders a little bit. He has not sacrificed yet this year. Shows no sign of it there as he takes a hack, sends that one foul out of play, and the count is 1-1. I wouldn't think that Gavin Turley is going to go up there and bunt. It's a bat that a lot of things can happen off of. 1-0 Knowles lead, a 1-1 count here to Turley with Arquette at first and 1 out. Nobody out, sorry. 1-1 pitch. Curveball misses, and the count is 2-1. Mentioned Lodice, a finalist for the Dick Hauser Trophy, also the Golden Spikes Award and the Brooks Wallace Award. Turley was a semifinalist for the Hauser. Two-one, swing and a miss, make it 2 balls and 2 strikes. Good change up there from Joey Vellini. Turley, the career leader in home runs and RBIs at Oregon State. He's ready. Vellini now the 2-2 pitch. Nope, he'll throw over to first, and back in standing up is Iva Arquette, who has 6 steals and 7 tries on the season. Third base side of the rubber for Vellini. He kicks and deals. And that will miss up high, and the count is full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Nobody out, full count. Runner at first here. 1-0 Knowles lead. Vellini to the belt. Eyeing the runner now delivers. And that one is fouled off. We'll stay at 3-2. Wipes the sweat off his face with his right sleeve as he steps back on and stares back in. He's got his pitch call, now he sets. And another payoff pitch. And that one is lined foul into the stands, and look out. So we stay at 3-2. Turley is grounded into 2 double plays this year. A couple of teams very proficient at turning 2. Florida State with 44 on the season, Oregon State with 48. Another payoff pitch here from Vellini. Popped him up, right side. Will it stay in play here? And again, not a lot of room in foul territory here at Goss, as Miles Bailey didn't go more than about 5 steps until he found that padded wall down the first baseline. So we stay at 3 balls and 2 strikes. So Gavin Turley back in, and we'll get another 3-2 pitch. Vellini doesn't like the pitch call coming in from Micah Posey, so he switches it to something else. Here's the pitch. Strike 3 call. Froze him with the curveball. And there's one away. That'll bring up Wilson Weber. 3rd strikeout of the game for Vellini. Weber was the first strikeout victim of Joey Vellini's. Now Micah Posey is going to go out to the mound, wants to have a word here with Vellini before he faces Wilson Weber. Runner at first here, 1 out. This might be just about getting him an extra breath here. It was a 9-pitch at bat for Gavin Turley against Joey Vellini. And Vellini threw 7 pitches in the first inning, 12 in the second, 19 in the third. And he's delivered 15 so far in this inning. Again, it is unusually warm for Oregon this time of year. We were 86 degrees at first pitch. Expected to have a high of 86 today. We're supposed to get to 89 tomorrow and 94 on Sunday. The normal high temperatures this time of the year in Corvallis, Oregon, usually in the 73 to 74 degree range. So this is unusually warm. And it's unusually humid as well here. And again, when I say unusually humid, take that into account. I'm talking about for Corvallis. We're in the 40 to 50% humidity range for this one at game time. And again, that's a nice breezy day in Tallahassee, but that's not what they're used to out here. As the first pitch, a changeup, is called a strike to Wilson Weber. 0-1 the count. And again, the Oregon State fans voicing their displeasure was Dave Susi, the home plate umpire. Runner at first here, 1 out. 1-0, Florida State leads. Vellini to the belt. He kicks and delivers. That one is in the air to left field. Chase Williams going back. It's off the wall. Max Williams will pick it up. Runner is getting sent home. Throw to the plate, not going to be in time. That'll tie this ball game up. Wilson Weber an RBI double to make this a 1-1 ball game. For Wilson Weber, that's his 56th RBI off of his 14th double. And now with 1 out, we've got a 1-1 ball game here with Trent Caraway, the batter. Caraway grounded out to Lodice his first time up. First pitch curveball in there for a strike from Vellini. 0-1 the count. Each team with a run, each team with 4 hits. Neither team with an error to this point. We're in the bottom of the 4th inning. Vellini delivers. Swing and a miss. 91-mile-an-hour fastball there from Joey Vellini, and the count is 0-2 now to Trent Caraway. And now the 0-2 from Vellini. Swung on and grounded foul. That will get up on top of the Oregon State dugout and then drops into the dugout. We'll stay at 0-2. Trent Caraway out of Dana Point, California, a sophomore. Another 0-2 pitch here from Vellini. Line drive to left. That'll be caught by Chase Williams. And there are 2 down. That will bring up A.J. Singer. Those last 2 balls really squared up by Oregon State as Singer, the batter. So A.J. Singer steps in. He's a junior out of Glendale, Arizona. Came to Oregon State by way of Iowa Western Community College. And the first pitch, fastball, good for a strike on the inner third. 0-1 the count. 1-1 ball game here, bottom of 4. 2 outs, runner at second for Oregon State. And we called a balk on Joey Vellini. That was second base umpire Darren Haima who called it. And Vellini is going to argue his case here. Darren Heima came out and has shooed Link Jarrett off the field, and I think I'm not sure what Heima came over from second for. Looked like he was coming to talk to the home plate umpire, but they're going to keep that balk call. So runner at third here. 1 strike count to A.J. Singer. Swing and a miss on the curveball. And it's a 2-strike count. I thought Heima was coming down to confer with Dave Sousa, the home plate umpire. I didn't even think he noticed that Link Jarrett was out on the field. Then he kind of met up with Jarrett, talked to him a little bit, then went back to second. Never talked to Sousa. The 0-2 pitch. Ground ball to the right side. Farrow has it, he throws to first. And the side is retired, but not before Oregon State gets a run on the board. They've tied it up. It's Florida State 1, Oregon State 1 as we head to the 5th. Noles coming to bat. You're listening to Seminole Baseball from Legends.
Dining room, picnic, tailgate, or conference room. Whichever table you gather around, we'll be sure there's plenty to go around. Bring them together with barbecue. Grab Sonny's to go, or let us cater your next shindig with all your slow smoke favorites and sides. Available for pickup, delivery, or set up and serve. Order now at sonnysbbq.com. Sonny's Barbecue. Local pitmasters since '68.
This is Robert Scott, partner at Scott & Wallace, the official injury lawyers of the Florida State Seminoles. Located in the heart of Tallahassee, founded with a commitment to community and a will to win. Join Scott & Wallace at Dick Hauser Stadium with the animals and the best fans in college baseball all season long. Let's get it, Noles. Scott & Wallace, real trial lawyers, real results.
You are listening to Florida State Baseball.
Florida State and Oregon State tied at 1 as we go to the 5th inning. And for the Noles, it'll be Hunter Carnes, Gage Harrelson, Alex Lodice due up against Oregon State starter Dax Whitney. Whitney, thus far in this contest, 4 hits, 1 run, 2 walks, and 9 strikeouts in 4 innings of work. He's thrown 82 pitches. At Five Star Credit Union, you inspire us to go the extra mile to meet your financial needs. That's why we offer Florida State fans more banking options, like better rates and no hidden fees. Our team is also dedicated to making the communities we serve stronger, volunteering our time and talents while donating millions to local nonprofits. To learn more, visit ViStarCU.org. ViStar Credit Union, a proud partner of Florida State Athletics. So Hunter Carnes, who's 1 for 1 with an RBI double, will start this 5th inning off for the Seminoles. 1-1 ball game. Carnes swings and a foul tip into the glove of Wilson Weber for strike 1. And that's pitch number 83 for Dax Whitney. Threw 105 last time out. That was last Saturday against TCU. As that'll miss inside. Maybe a little low as well. 1-1 now to Hunter Carnes. Whitney worked 6 innings, gave up 4 hits and 2 runs to TCU in that outing, which came in an elimination game after TCU lost to Southern Cal and Oregon State lost to St. Mary's. Two-one pitch. And that one is hit a ton, but too far out in front of it is Carnes. And the count is 2 balls and 2 strikes. Hunter Carnes out of First Coast High School. He's from Jacksonville, a freshman. He's gotten better and better as the season has gone on behind the plate. 2-2 pitch, and that one is popped up to the right side. Singer, the second baseman, going back. Talt, the right fielder, coming in. He'll call for it and make the catch. And there's one away. That'll bring up Gage Harrelson. Harrelson 1 for 1 with a walk. As he steps in here. .407 his on-base percentage over his 2 seasons at Texas Tech, and he is taken that number and improved upon it here. Currently at 443 as he takes the first pitch up high and a little bit outside from Dax Whitney. Ball and no strikes to Harrelson. Harrelson has gotten as far as second base each time up to the plate in this game as he swings and misses at a changeup. 1-1 the count. Knowles have stranded 4. Oregon State has stranded 2 so far in this contest. 1-1 pitch, swing and a miss, another changeup there. And the count is 1-2, now to Gage Harrelson. Now the 1-2 pitch. And that one missed low and inside. Evens things up at 2 apiece here with nobody on and 1 out. Pitch number 92 coming up here for Dax Whitney as he looks at his wrist, gets the pitch call in from the dugout. The 2-2 offering misses outside, and the count is full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. And now the payoff pitch to Harrelson. And he fouls that one straight back. Harrelson will immediately get back into that left-handed batter's box, doesn't step out or adjust anything, right back in and ready to go here. He wants to see another 3-2 pitch from Whitney. Here it comes. And that's going to miss. Gage Harrelson draws his second walk of the game, and Harrelson has been on base all 3 times so far in this contest. Knowles and the Beavers tied at 1. Third walk issued by Whitney as Lodis now will step in. Harrelson's got 2 of those 3 walks. Farrow has the other one. 1 out. Harrelson at first. Lodis now the batter. He's 1 for 2 with a single and a strikeout. And that pitch is good for a strike. 0-1 to Lodis. Mentioned before for the Golden Spikes, the Dick Hauser, and the Brooks Wallace Awards. Florida State hasn't had a Golden Spikes winner since 2008. That was Buster Posey. As that one's grounded foul, 0-2 now to Lodis. They also haven't had a finalist for the Golden Spikes Award since Posey won it back in 2008. Lodis back in now with an 0-2 count. Harrelson back at first. He's held by Craig, the first baseman. The 0-2 pitch. That misses. Oh no, it's a called third strike. Lodis is out, and there are 2 down. That will bring up Max Williams. I thought that one was a ball or 2 off the plate, but not determined to be so to home plate umpire Dave Soucy, and now it's Max Williams stepping in here with 2 outs and Harrelson at first. Max is 0 for 2 in this game as he takes first pitch inside. 7-game hitting streak for Max Williams. He finished last year on an 11-game streak. I think we might be getting a move to the bullpen here in the middle of this at-bat. Ball and no strikes to Max Williams. That was pitch number 98 for Dax Whitney with 2 outs here in the top of the 5th. A lot of good options in that Oregon State bullpen. And we'll see if head coach Mitch Canham's going to go to one of them here. Hasn't signaled down to the bullpen just yet. Home plate umpire Dave Soucy heads out. And looks like he is going to make a call to the bullpen presented by the Tallahassee Board of Realtors. The Beavers made the call, so should you. Call a realtor. Remember the Tallahassee Board of Realtors today. You can find a realtor online at tbrnet.org. The market is ever changing, so find a property that best fits your needs. And we get a move to the bullpen here. Dax Whitney's day is done. We'll meet the new pitcher when we return. Looks like it's going to be a left-hander coming in with a 1-0 count to Max Williams. And 2 outs here in the top of the 5th. 1-1 ball game. Harrelson at first, and Williams in a 1-0 count when we return. You're listening to Seminole Baseball from Legends.
For 48 straight years, Ford F-Series have been the best-selling trucks in America. We got here by engineering breakthrough technology, redefining built Ford tough, and never settling for second best. But what's really made Ford F-Series the #1 selling trucks in America is you. Ford F-Series, built Ford tough. Based on 1977 to 2024 calendar year total sales.
Hey Seminole fans, it's springtime and warm again, so you know what that means. Bugs like termites, mosquitoes, and roaches will be out in full force. Luckily, you can trust the pros at Aero Exterminators to keep your home pest-free inside and out. Aero protects homes and businesses in the Tallahassee area and is a proud partner of Florida State Athletics. So you know that you're getting the best from the best. To set up a free pest inspection, call 888-GO-AERO or visit aeroexterminators.com.
This is Florida State Baseball.
Nelson Keljo will be the new pitcher for the Oregon State Beavers. Keljo, 6'4", 228-pound junior left-hander. He's out of Portland, Oregon. He is a Jesuit high school grad, but not the one in Tampa. Keljo making his 15th appearance. It's his 5th out of the bullpen. He's got 10 starts. Record of 3-2, 2 saves, an ERA of 3.63. He's only given up 36 hits in 52 innings, but he's also walked 32 and has recorded 56 strikeouts. Batters hitting .191 against Nelson Keljo. So partial line on Dax Whitney, 4 2/3, 4 hits, 3 walks, and 10 strikeouts. And he is responsible for Harrelson down at first base. And Keljo will inherit a 1-0 count here to Max Williams. Keljo walks and hits per inning pitched, 1.31. I mentioned the opposing batting average is just 191, but again, he has walked 32 in 52 innings. And he comes in behind 1-0 in the count here. So Max Williams facing Nelson Keljo will work the third base side of the rubber. Harrelson off first. Keljo will step off and throw over. A little snap move over there to first. But Harrelson back in standing up. 1-1 ball game here. Top of 5, 2 outs. Ball and no strikes to Max Williams. Keljo with the pitch, and that's good for a strike. 1-1 the count, 95 on that fastball from Keljo. Williams squared one up last time up, but hit it right at Talt, the right fielder. He's 0 for 2 in this game. And that's off the handle, foul and out of play. 1-2 the count now to Max Williams. Digs back into the left-handed batter's box. Keljo checks his wrist. Puts toe to rubber. He sets. Eyeing Harrelson now delivers. And that will miss down low. 2-2 now to Max Williams. Max, a transfer from Alabama, second year at Florida State. Clay High School down in Ormond Beach, his alma mater. First team All-ACC out in center field. 2-2 to Williams. Misses the outside corner, and the count is full. Wilson Weber kind of held it there, just an extra little tick, and I think still thought he had the call, but didn't get it from Dave Soucy. And the count is full. Harrelson will be moving on the pitch. Craig is going to play behind him at first. And Craig's going to protect that line on the first base side. Swing and a miss. Wilson is retired. No runs, no hits. 1 left stranded. We're halfway through this one. Florida State 1, Oregon State 1. You're listening to Seminole Baseball from Legends.
No matter where you are in life, ViStar is there with banking made for moments big and small. Auto loan to get you to those road games. Credit and debit cards you can use on game day. Home loans for the home team fans. And that's just the beginning. We also give back to the places we call home. Visit ViStarCU.org today. ViStar Credit Union, proud partner of Florida State Athletics. Go Noles! Are you ready for the ultimate game day experience? Look no further than Sunstop Convenience Stores. With the fuel to keep you going, snacks, hot deli items, and more, Sunstop is the perfect teammate to knock your game days out of the park. Join our rewards program to rack up points with every purchase and use the points to save money on fuel. The more you shop, the more you save. Add our Sunny Saver payment card and save even more money on every fuel purchase. Sunstop Convenience Stores are your MVP for game day. Sunstop, we're from here. Go Noles!
Joey Vellini back out for the Seminoles. Bottom third of the Oregon State lineup due up here as we go to the bottom of the fifth, a 1-1 ball game between Florida State and Oregon State. When you work with someone who knows a lot and cares even more, you're unstoppable. So start feeling like it today. Visit Truist.com/care. Truist, leaders in banking, unwavering in care. Truist Bank, member FDIC. So Joey Vellini, been efficient with his pitches. 62 so far through his first 4 innings of work. And now the 7, 8, 9 hitters. Tice Peterson, who singled his first time up, will step in here for a second look at Joey Vellini. Florida State, this is the 25th season since they switched from a 48-team field and 8 6-team regionals, as that pitch misses inside and the count is 1 ball and no strikes, to 16 4-team regionals and then 8 2-team super regionals. That came in the 1999 season. Here's the 1-0 from Vellini. Check swing, he went around according to first base umpire Brian Marine, and the count is 1-1. 19th time Florida State has been in a super regional out of 25 years. That's quite a remarkable number. 1-1 pitch, swing and a miss. Fastball there from Vellini, make it 1-2 the count. No other school has made as many super regional appearances as Florida State. One-two pitch from Vellini. Curveball is swung on and tapped foul. It'll go back towards the on-deck batter, Cannon Reeder, and will stay at a ball and 2 strikes. Out of those 19 super regional appearances, Noles have advanced to the College World Series 8 times over the years. Another 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss. Vellini gets the strikeout of Peterson, and that'll bring up Cannon Reeder. This is the 6th time that Florida State has been on the road for a super regional. Last time the Noles went on the road for super regional play came in 2019. The Noles hosted UConn last year. Then after not making super regionals in 22 and 21, there were no postseason games in 2020. 2019, the Noles went through Athens in regional play, going 3-0. And then LSU for super regional play, winning the first 2 games in that best 2 out of 3. It's the first pitch here from Vellini to Cannon Reeder, misses for ball 1. Here's the 1-0. Changeup misses outside, 2 balls and no strikes. That 2019 visit to Baton Rouge, the only time the Seminoles have advanced to the College World Series out of a road super regional. 2-0 pitch. That's a bunt attempt. Vellini gloves, throws to first, not in time. So Cannon Reeder bunts his way aboard, and that will bring up Jacob Craig with 1 out and a runner at first. 1-1 ball game. So Cannon Reeder with the bunt single. He's now 1 for 2. as Jacob Craig steps in. He doubled his first time up. The other road super regional trips Florida State has made, a couple of trips to Gainesville in 2015 and 2016. There was a trip to Fayetteville, Arkansas. Another trip to Gainesville, as that one is chopped towards third. Charging, Fisher has it. He throws to first in time to get Craig, as Reeder moves over to second, and there are two down. That will bring up Easton Talt. And then there was also a trip to Athens in there for super regional play. And again, the only time the Noles have advanced to the College World Series from a road super came in 2019 in Baton Rouge. Noles and the Beavers tied at 1 here with 2 outs in the bottom of the 5th inning. The only left-handed hitter in the lineup, Easton Talt, steps in here against Joey Vellini. And the first pitch misses low and outside, and the count is 1 ball and no strikes. It's one of the things, if you look at a scouting report on Oregon State, very good bunting ball club, and they really know this turf here at Goss. And you can see that with that bunt single by Cannon Reeder. Put that in the perfect place. The 1-0 now from Vellini. And Talt will try to bunt his way aboard, offered at the pitch and missed, and the count is 1-1. It's almost more of a swinging bunt. Kind of dropped that bat down and then used the wrists on that one a lot and just didn't make contact with it as he was trying to start down that first baseline. Here's the 1-1 pitch. And he'll try to bunt his way aboard again. Gets this one past Vellini, and that's going to be trouble. So 2 bunt singles in this inning. That's put runners at the corners with 2 outs for Iva Arquette, who singled his last time up. He's 1 for 2 in this game. So Talt, who has 10 steals on the season, is at first. Cannon Reeder at third. Micah Posey is going to head out here and have a word with Joey Vellini. Second time we've seen Posey head out to the mound in this ballgame. Step up and play it with Champions First Credit Union. Hit it out of the park with our champion level rates on auto, home, and personal loans. Plus our high yield savings accounts. Help your money score big. Join today and take your financial game to the next level. Champions First Credit Union, your financial champion. The rest of the infield joins Micah Posey there. That's exactly what Talt was trying to do. He wanted to just try to push that ball past Vellini on the right side, and he did just that. Too much pace for Vellini to get to it, not enough pace for Farreau to charge in and be able to make a play at first. Dave Susi heads out to the mound, breaks up the conversation. And now Iva Arquette, the outstanding shortstop of this Beaver Ball Club. He's also a finalist for that Brooks Wallace Award along with Florida State's Alex Lodi. So you've got 2 of the top shortstops in the country playing in this Super Regional. Arquette now has an 8-game hitting streak after that single last time up. He takes a curveball for strike 1 here from Vellini. His longest streak of the season, 13 games. Like I said, 8-game hitting streak right now for Arquette. The 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss on the curveball there from Vellini, and the count is 0-2. Arquette back in. Right-handed hitter here against the lefty Vellini. The 0-2 pitch. Fastball just misses the inside corner, and the count is 1-2. Seminole dugout wanted the corner there. They didn't get it out of Dave Susi. 2 outs, 2 aboard. Runners at first and third. We've got a 1-1 ball game here in the bottom of the 5th. 1-2 pitch from Vellini. It's a curveball that's bounced in, blocked by Carnes, and the count is even now at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Carnes out in front of home plate, going through signs here defensively in a corner situation, in case that runner at first takes off. The 2-2 offering here from Joey Vellini. Curveball misses, and the count is full now, 3 balls and 2 strikes. A dangerous hitter here in Arquette, another one behind him in Gavin Turley. You certainly don't want to lose Arquette, but you also don't want to make things easy on him. Runner at first will be going. Here's the payoff from Vellini. Swing and a miss. Gets the strikeout on the curveball there. As the side is retired, no runs, 2 hits, 2 left stranded. We have played 5 complete here in Corvallis, Oregon at Goss Stadium. Noles won, Beavers won. You're listening to Seminole Baseball from Legends.
No matter how busy life gets, your home is the place where your family and friends show you they care and celebrate with you. That's why the professionals at Barano Heating and Air Conditioning always make sure that your home is comfortable. Just like those who matter to you most, Barano will always be there for you. Schedule an appointment today at baranoac.com. That's baranoac.com. Champion Auto continues to be the fastest growing used car dealership in the Big Bend. This is not by accident. It's because they have over 150 quality trucks, cars, and SUVs to choose from, so you are sure to find the vehicle you like. The Champion Finance team is famous for finding the best interest rates and getting you the lowest payments possible. Champion Auto has the nicest people, making your car buying experience the best. So stop by the dealership today on West Tennessee Street and always open at championautofl.com, where our brand is quality.
This is Florida State Baseball.
Florida State and the Oregon State Beavers. We've got a 1-1 ball game here as we move to the 6th inning. Florida State Seminoles coming to bat here in the top half of the 6th inning. It'll be Miles Bailey, Cal Fisher, and Drew Farreau due up against reliever Nelson Keljo. Second pitcher of the game for the Beavers. Starter Dax Whitney went 4 2/3. Gave up 4 hits and 1 run with 3 walks and 10 strikeouts. 1 run was earned. Both runs in this game have been earned. Neither team has committed an error yet in this contest. So Miles Bailey to start things off here against Keljo, and you could conceivably see Keljo go pretty deep in this one, as he does have 10 starts on the season and does have a long outing this year of 6 innings, though he has been pitching out of the bullpen here of late. Facing Miles Bailey here, nobody on, nobody out. 1-1 game. That one is in the air, foul and out of play. Miles Bailey, a 7-game hitting streak. He's 0 for 2 in this one. 6th in the ACC in home runs. He's 4th in the conference in home runs per game. Having an outstanding freshman campaign. All freshman ACC player and also all ACC tournament player. And then part of the all-regional team as well. Ball and a strike to count here to Miles Bailey. Nelson Keljo, a lefty, the windup and the pitch. Bailey, fly ball, deep right field. That ball is gone. He has given the Seminoles the lead back, 2-1. For Miles Bailey, his 18th home run of the season, RBI number 54, and he continues the torrid pace that started back on May the 1st. Absolute no-doubter there for Miles Bailey. To put the Noles back in front, 2-1, Cal Fisher will be the batter. For Keljo, that's his 6th home run allowed this season. A little left-on-left bomb there from Miles Bailey. And now Cal Fisher. That's back up the middle, base hit. And Cal Fisher now has reached base safely in 23 straight games with a single there. And Drew Farreau will be the batter. He'll flip around and hit from the right side here for the first time in this game after facing right-handed starter Dax Whitney from the left side. Mentioned the torrid pace by Miles Bailey in the month of May. How about Drew Farreau? He and Bailey matched each other's May home run totals with 7 each in the month of May. Step off and throw over to first by Keljo. Back in standing up is Cal Fisher. Farreau was 21 of 56 at the plate in the month of May with 7 home runs. That's a .375 clip. And that pitch will be called a strike. By the way, 12 of the last 18 home runs hit by Florida State have come off of the bat of either Miles Bailey or Drew Farreau. The 0-1 here to Farreau. Sticks his bat out on that one, pops one up to right field. Coming in on it is Talt. He will make the catch. And there's one away. That will bring up Chase Williams. Williams 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts, 1 swinging, 1 looking, as he'll step in here for a left-on-left matchup with Nelson Keljo. Again, Chase Williams is a switch hitter, but shoulder issue that has been with him since early May has kept him from hitting from the right side since he came back from that shoulder problem. As he takes the first pitch outside for ball 1. .378 hitter last year at Northwest Florida State College. Or as longtime baseball fans, longtime Panhandle people call it, ODub. Okaloosa Walton Community College for a very long time before changed to the State College designation and changed its name to Northwest Florida State College. Power program in that Panhandle Conference, one of the best baseball conferences in the country at the junior college level. The pitch is good for a strike, and the count is 1-1 now to Chase Williams. 419 feet, that home run by Miles Bailey, 112.5 miles per hour off the bat. And there's a swing and a foul tip hung on to by the catcher Wilson Weber. And the count is 1 ball and 2 strikes. And there's a swing and a miss. So Chase Williams strikes out. There are 2 down. And that will bring up a pinch hitter now for James Hankerson Jr. It'll be Brody DeLamiere. So Hank finishes 1 for 2. And now DeLamiere will hit. Redshirt freshman out of St. Augustine. He's from Bartram Trail High School. And Brody DeLamiere now the batter. He's had a good redshirt freshman season. Comes into the game at 248 with 6 home runs, 19 driven in as he takes strike 1 on the first pitch there from Nelson Keljo. 2 outs. Cal Fisher at first base. And another step off and throw over. We still haven't seen the more traditional left-handed move from Keljo over there to first base. Every time he's thrown it over, he's done the snap throw, the little step and throw, rather than the leg kick. Now the 0-1 here to DeLamiere. Checked his swing but went around on a ball in the dirt. The count is 0-2 now. DeLamiere 1 for 6 in regional play this year. But in an 0-2 count here against Nelson Keljo. Noles lead 2-1. We're in the top of the 6th inning. And that one is fouled out of play right side. And we will stay at no balls and 2 strikes. 97 on the fastball there from Nelson Keljo. Craig holding Fisher at first. Keljo, third base side of the rubber as he sets, eyeing Fisher. Takes 3 looks at Fisher, now delivers. Swing and a miss. DeLamielleure strikes out. Side retired, but the Noles pick up the run on a 418-foot blast by Miles Bailey. He is now tied for the team lead in home runs with 18. And that's put the Noles in front 2-1 here. Middle of 6. You're listening to Seminole Baseball from Legends.
Hey Seminole fans, this is Eric Llewellyn, voice of FSU Baseball. Are you tired of sleeping hot? ChiliPad has a solution for that. ChiliPad works with your existing mattress. It's a temperature-regulated, water-based mattress topper that precisely controls your bed temperature from 55 degrees to 115 degrees. Visit www.sleep, that's sleep.me/Seminoles, and see why ChiliPad Bed Cooling Systems are the official bed cooling partner of Florida State Athletics. That's sleep.me/Seminoles.
For 48 straight years, Ford F-Series have been the best-selling trucks in America. We got here by engineering breakthrough technology, redefining Built Ford Tough, and never settling for second best. But what's really made Ford F-Series the #1 selling trucks in America is you. Ford F-Series, Built Ford Tough. Based on 1977 to 2024 calendar year total sales.
Noles lead this thing 2-1 as we go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Joey Vellini back out on the bump for the Seminoles. He's throwing 80 pitches in this one. Has allowed 6 hits. Has not walked a batter yet and has struck out 5. And now he will face the 3, 4, and 5 spots in this Oregon State lineup. Vellini's done a good job so far. The only run so far for Oregon State, a single by Iva Arquette. He scored on a double by Wilson Weber. That came back in the 4th inning. And so far, Oregon State has stranded 4 runners. Florida State has stranded 6. So stepping in here, Gavin Turley, who's 0 for 2 with a ground out and a strikeout. Right-handed batter. Again, only one left-handed hitter in this Oregon State lineup. Vellini first pitch, curveball, misses, and the count is 1 ball and no strikes. 2 runs, 6 hits, no errors for the Noles. 1 run, 6 hits, no errors for Oregon State. 1-0 is on the inside corner for a strike. 89-mile-an-hour fastball there from Joey Vellini. 1-1 the count. Again, tomorrow the Seminoles will have Jamie Arnold. Oregon State has not yet announced a starting pitcher. 1-1 pitch. Side with the curveball, and the count is 2-1. So if you win this one, you got to feel pretty good if you're Florida State. Right now the Noles lead 2-1. Two-one pitch here from Vellini. Misses up high, and the count is 3-1 here to Gavin Turley. Gavin Turley, a .480 on-base percentage, leads the Beavers in walks with 49 on the season. 3-1 pitch, and that's a strike on the outside corner. The count is full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. And again, dangerous hitters behind Turley and Weber and Caraway. You want to be careful with them, but you can't be too careful. Here's the payoff from Vellini. Curveball, strike 3 call. Gavin Turley had set his bat down and was starting to take his shin guard off as if he thought that was ball 4, and he gives Dave Susi a little extra earful as he goes back to the dugout. And that is Strikeout number 6 for Joey Vellini. There's one away. That'll bring up Wilson Weber. Weber 1 for 2. RBI double back in the 4th inning as he takes ball 1 outside. Wilson Weber hit .304 in regional play last week here in Corvallis. 7 of 23 with 2 home runs. Vellini, the 1-0 pitch. That'll miss inside, and the count is 2 balls and no strikes. Weber, a senior out of Gresham, Oregon. 6'1", 222 pounds. So he readies the bat in that right-handed batter's box. The 2-0 from Vellini is swung on and bounced foul back towards the Oregon State dugout. 2-1 the count. Here's the 2-1 now from Vellini. Popped up. Right side of the infield. Farrow there, he's calling for it. And he will make the catch. 2 outs. Now Trent Caraway, the batter. Vellini now approaching the 100-pitch plateau. He's now at 90 in this ball game through 5 2/3 innings. You'd love a quick out here and then get another inning out of Vellini if you can. As that pitch, a fastball, misses outside, and the count is 1 ball and no strikes here to Trent Caraway. Another dangerous one, Caraway. 11 homers, 276 batter on the season. He's 0 for 2 with a line out to left and a ground out to short. So he takes a curveball to the back door for a strike. 1-1 the count. Back into the right-handed batter's box goes Caraway. Vellini, the 1-1 pitch, bouncer towards third. Charging is Fisher. Gloves, throws to first in time. And a 1-2-3 bottom half of the 6th here for Joey Vellini, as the Seminoles will come to bat in the 7th, leading 2-1, and the crowd not pleased with Dave Susi here and letting him hear it at the end of that 6th inning. We'll step aside. More Seminole baseball coming. You're listening to Seminole Baseball from Legends.
Okay, so they say love is patient, love is kind, blah, blah, blah. But let me tell you, love is meeting the internet of your dreams. So it may sound crazy, but with MetroNet's ridiculously fast fiber network, you'll learn to love your internet. They deliver the best possible experience, period. You can binge watch till your heart's content, game, and work from home all at the same time without buffering or lag. Shouldn't you love your internet? Sign up online at metronet.com.
Behind the scenes of Seminole Athletics, there is a community of supporters who pledge their personal resources to provide all teams with the greatest opportunity for success. That community is Seminole Boosters. Seminole Boosters is the largest source of funding for Florida State athletics and serves as the difference maker for our athletic program. You can join the team behind the team for only $5 per month. Learn more or join today at SeminoleBoosters.com. That's SeminoleBoosters.com.
You are listening to Florida State Baseball.
Florida State Seminoles leading this one 2-1 as we go to the top of the 7th inning. And for the Seminoles, Carnes, Harrelson, and Lodice do up. Nelson Kiljo still out there for Oregon State. Second pitcher of the game. Starter Dax Whitney went 4 2/3, gave up 4 hits. Walked 3 and struck out 10 while allowing 1 run. Keljo has given up 2 hits, one of those a solo shot to Miles Bailey to lead off the 6th inning. That went 419 feet. And that's where we stand now, 2-1 here as Hunter Carnes leads things off for the Seminoles. And Miles Bailey continues to swing that hot bat. Hit just under 400 for the month of May. He has not slowed down in June. And you like to see that continue for him through the postseason. Just like those who matter to you most, Barano Heating and Air Conditioning will always be there for you. Schedule an appointment today at baranoac.com. So Carnes the batter. He's 1 for 2 with an RBI double and a fly out to right. As that pitch from the lefty, Keljo, misses outside. Ball and no strikes. Carnes double scored Faroe from second. Back in the second inning, that gave the Noles a 1-0 lead. Oregon State would tie it at 1, and then the Noles would take a 2-1 lead off a homer by Miles Bailey. And that's where we stand now, here with nobody on and nobody out in the 7th. The 2-0 pitch to Carnes. Fouled straight back, make it 2-1. You look at next year and whatever lineup Florida State trots out there, figure you're going to lose some pretty key members of that lineup, which Florida State did last year as well. Carnes taps that one foul, make it 2-2. But with Max Williams, Gage Harrelson, Lodis, and Faroe all probably moving on to the next level, you figure a guy like Carnes is going to be a middle-of-the-order guy for you next year. 2-2 pitch now to Carnes from Nelson Keljo. Line drive, base hit into left field. Carnes will round first. Big turn, and he will hold up there at first base with a leadoff single here in the top half of the 7th. That'll bring up Gage Harrelson, who has been a thorn in the sides of Oregon State's pitching staff here today. Harrelson has been to the plate 3 times. He's walked twice and has a single. And the on-base machine is up to 445 on the season. As he steps in here, Carnes at first, nobody out. Noles leading 2-1. And the first movement by Keljo is going to be to throw the ball over to first. And again, we see the step off and throw rather than the leg kick and throw. I wonder if Link Jarrett's thinking about bunting here with Harrelson. Oregon State thinks he might. Harrelson does show bunt, offers at it but misses. And the count is 0-1. You've got a 2-1 ball game here in the 7th. Link Jarrett thinking about trying to move Carnes over into scoring position with Lodis and Williams due up after Harrelson. The 0-1 pitch, Harrelson shows bunt again. This pitch misses outside, and the count is 1-1. The next thing is if Harrelson successfully sacrifices Carnes over, do they pitch to Lodis, or do they intentionally walk him and then set up the left-on-left matchup with Max Williams and Keljo? 1-1 pitch. This time he's swinging away. Hopper towards second. Only play will be to first as Carnes slides into second. Singer, the second baseman, had to wait on the high hop to come down, and then he had to deal with Carnes trying his best to obstruct without making contact with that ball. So Harrelson is thrown out on the 4-3 ground out, moving Carnes over to second where he stands now in scoring position for Alex Lodis. First time this game where they've actually been able to record an out on Gage Harrelson. He's now 1 for 2 with 2 walks. Lodis is 1 for 3 as he takes a ball outside here from Nelson Keljo, and I guess they're not going to intentionally walk Lodis here. Keljo to the belt. He kicks and fires. Lodis lifts that one in the air, foul territory. Craig giving chase over by the wall. He's got enough room, and he will make the catch. Lodis fouls out to the first baseman, and that'll bring up Max Williams here with 2 outs. Not a lot of room in foul territory here. Enough room for that one, however. We're in the top of the 7th with 2 outs. Max Williams, the batter. He is 0 for 3. 7-game hitting streak on the line as he steps in here in the 7th inning. And the first pitch misses up high. Finished the season last year on an 11-game streak. Last 2 games of the ACC tournament, and then all 9 FSU postseason games. During the 9 postseason games, 16 of 41 with 5 home runs. Checks his swing there, but went around. And the count is 1-1 now to Max Williams. So far in the postseason this year, though, Max is 3 for 16. 1-1 pitch, misses down low, and the count is 2-1. Two balls and a strike now as Nelson Keljo back to the third base side of the rubber. Delivers. Max Williams lets that one sail by. And the count is 3-1. So we get another matchup here this inning between Nelson Keljo and Miles Bailey. Let's see what Max can do about getting on base here. 3-1 pitch now to Williams. And that one is fouled off, out of play. Moves the count full. 3 balls and 2 strikes with 2 outs. Here's the payoff pitch to Max Williams. Line drive, base hit. Carnes is waved home. Here comes the throw to the plate. It is not in time. And they're going to get Max Williams off the bag at first for the third out of the inning. The run is going to count, however. So Carnes scores on the RBI single by Max Williams. Noles now lead 3-1. Middle of 7, time to stretch. Noles on top by 2. Joey Vellini back out for the bottom of the 7th. When we return, you're listening to Seminole Baseball from Legends.
Spring is here. I'm Tess. I'm telling you, don't wait for the heat to check your AC. Barano Heating and Air, a third-generation company, offers maintenance and free duct evaluations to keep you cool. Schedule today at baranoac.com.
If a baby is giggling in the back seat, they're probably happy. If a baby is crying in the back seat, they're probably hungry. But if a baby is sleeping in the back seat, will you remember they're even there? When you're distracted, stressed, or not usually the one who drives them, the chances of forgetting them in the back seat are much higher. It can happen to anyone. Parked cars get hot fast and can be deadly. So get in the habit of checking the back seat when you leave. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
That was probably one of the coolest parts of my life, being able to talk to a guy after I gave him CPR.
Reed was just 17 when he heard a cry for help. Thanks to his Red Cross training, he didn't freeze, he didn't panic, he knew exactly what to do. Red Cross training saves lives. Sign up for a class today at redcross.org.
Florida State leads this one 3-1 as we go to the bottom of the 7th inning. Joey Vellini back out on the mound for the Seminoles. He's thrown 90 pitches thus far and has been very good, giving up just 6 hits and 1 run against a very potent Oregon State lineup. Vellini has recorded 6 strikeouts, has not yet walked a batter, and he will face the 6, 7, and 8 batters in the Oregon State lineup. Again, the final scoring on that last half inning, RBI single for Max Williams, then he is thrown out 7-2-3 at the plate for the final out of the inning. But again, that out came after the run had scored. So the Noles lead at 3-1. Joey Vellini now to A.J. Singer as the first pitch misses. And the count is 1 ball and no strikes. Cannot see into bullpens down here. I do know Florida State has pitchers up and throwing, but cannot see who they are. That's a fly ball to left. Under it, warning track at the wall. Leaping try, but can't come up with it is Chase Williams. That's going to be a double as it went off the wall up above his glove. And a leadoff double here for A.J. Singer. That'll bring up Tice Peterson. That's the 3rd extra base hit of the ball game for Oregon State. They have 3 doubles and 4 singles. Their 7 hits. Joe Charles is up in the Seminole bullpen. Noles infield looking for a bunt here from Tice Peterson with Singer down at second. Florida State leads 3-1. Bailey in tight, Fisher in tight. Peterson already squared around, then pulls the bat back, swings and misses at a curveball. Nothing and 1 the count. Now he looks at his wrist, steps back into the right-handed batter's box. The 0-1 pitch from Vellini. And again he shows bunt, and again pulls the bat back. Foul tips one into the glove of Hunter Carnes. And the count is no balls and 2 strikes to Tice Peterson. 3 runs, 8 hits, no errors for the Noles. 1 run, 7 hits, no errors for Oregon State. The 0-2 pitch. Curveball is swung at and chopped foul. That'll go off the leg of Peterson and stop right to the right of home plate. Still no balls and 2 strikes. Third base side of the rubber for Vellini. Deep breath as he sets, eyes the runner at second, now kicks and fires. Curveball, strike 3 called. And there's 1 away. That'll bring up Cannon Reeder. 7th strikeout of the outing for Joey Vellini. Cannon Reeder 1 for 2 with a single and a strikeout. Will step in here for his 3rd look at Joey Vellini. That is tied for his most strikeouts since May 3rd when he struck out 7 in 8 innings against Clemson. Reeder, first pitch, fastball, the inner third for a strike. Nothing and 1 the count. And now we're going to get time called, and we're going to have a whole powwow down here on the field. And I think head coach Mitch Canham sensing some frustration with his players with regards to the strike zone here. And this might be more about calming things down a little bit here and letting Cannon Reeder take a breath. No balls and a strike the count here to Cannon Reeder. Runner down at second here with 1 out. Noles on top by 2. 3-1. That last pitch by Vellini was his 100th of the game. The 0-1 pitch. Fastball is fouled off out of play. That's the first time Vellini's been across the 100-pitch plateau since April the 12th at Virginia Tech. And just the 3rd time this season. 104 against Notre Dame and 105 against Virginia Tech, his longest outing by pitch count this year. And that will miss outside. The count is 1 ball and 2 strikes. He has gone 8 innings once this season. He's through 6 1/3 here. He's got a couple of 7-inning complete games as well. 1-2 pitch, swing, and that one just off the bottom of the bat. Goes back to the wall behind home plate, and we stay at a ball and 2 strikes. Jacob Craig will follow Cannon Reeder. He's the 9-hole hitter. Another 1-2 pitch here from Vellini. Swing and a miss. Strikeout for Vellini, his 8th. And that's the most now since 11 against Notre Dame back on March the 30th. He had 7, 6, 11, 11, 8, 9, and 11 in his first 7 starts. But he hadn't been above 7 since that 11K performance against Notre Dame, and he's got 8 here today. And now Hunter Carnes is going to take a walk out to the mound here. And this may be the beginning of the end of things here for Joey Vellini. With 6 2/3 in the books, Right-handed batter Jacob Craig, the hitter. And right-hander Joe Charles warming up in the Seminole bullpen. Dave Susan, the home plate umpire, heads out. Breaks up the conversation between Carnes and Vellini. Micah Posey now walking behind Link Jarrett as Link Jarrett picks up the walkie-talkie. And Posey will head out here, and I think that's going to be it for Joey Vellini. And if you're listening back home in Tallahassee or wherever it is you might be listening, stand up and applaud for Joey Vellini if this is it for him here today, because that's a whale of an outing in hostile territory here in Corvallis for Joey Vellini, as he will turn a 3-1 lead over to the bullpen. Posey still has it motion down the bullpen, but again, usually Link Jarrett, if he's manning that walkie-talkie, that means you are going to see a change, and now we do see the call of the bullpen here, presented by the Tallahassee Board of Realtors. The Noles made the call, so should you. Call a realtor, a member of the Tallahassee Board of Realtors today. You can find a realtor online at tbrnet.org. The market is ever-changing, so find a property that best fits your needs. So Vellini is done for the day. Joe Charles comes into the game while he makes his way to the mound. We will take a break. 2 outs, runner at second. And Jacob Craig, the batter, when we return here in the bottom of the 7th inning. You're listening to Seminole Baseball from Legends.
Seminole fans know that when their health is on the line, Tallahassee Memorial Healthcare is here with the most advanced medical care in the region. Tallahassee Memorial Healthcare is home to one of the top heart and vascular programs in the Southeast, the area's most powerful cancer center, and Tallahassee's only Level 3 neonatal ICU. For 75 years, our expert team has offered the latest technology and treatment options to get you and your family back in the game. We are Tallahassee Memorial Healthcare, your hospital for life.
Hey Seminole fans, this is Eric Llewellyn, voice of FSU Baseball. Are you tired of sleeping hot? ChiliPad has a solution for that. ChiliPad works with your existing mattress. It's a temperature-regulated, water-based mattress topper that precisely controls your bed temperature from 55 degrees to 115 degrees. Visit www.sleep, that's sleep.me/Seminoles, and see why ChiliPad Bed Cooling Systems are the official bed cooling partner of Florida State Athletics. That's sleep.me/Seminoles.
You are listening to Florida State Baseball.
So Joe Charles into the game for the Seminoles, 6'4", 219-pound right-handed redshirt senior out of Celebration, Florida. He attended TNXL Academy before starting his college career at the University of North Carolina. And now for Joe Charles, in a career that has seen numerous hiccups and bumps along the road, including a Tommy John surgery that took him out for almost 2 full seasons. Joe Charles is here in a super regional with a chance to try to protect what is currently a 3-1 Florida State lead. And if the Noles can protect that lead, they'll go up 1-0 in this best 2 out of 3 super regional in Corvallis. For Joe Charles, this is his 53rd career outing. This year, 21 appearances for Charles, 1 off the team lead. He's got 4 saves, a record of 2-0, and an ERA of 3.82. He's only given up 21 hits while walking 18 in 33 innings. He has struck out 46 batters. Batters are hitting 183 against Joe Charles. Hutchinson's not a specialist. He's not a right-on-right guy with 42 innings and 21 appearances, so he is a guy they will stick with for a while when they put him in there. So Cal Fisher, 1 for 3. He's reached base safely now in 23 straight games. Florida State leads this one 3-1. We're in the top of the 8th inning. Noles trying to add to what is currently a 2-run lead. Fisher, first pitch, swings and misses at a slider from the sidewinder. And the count is 1 strike here to Cal Fisher. He's a sophomore out of Deerfield, Wisconsin. The 0-1 pitch, fastball to the outside corner for a strike, and the count is 0-2. And now the 0-2 pitch here to Fisher. Tried to get him to go after a fastball off the plate at 90, but Fisher didn't bite. And a 1-ball, 2-strike count. Wind has picked up a little bit here. We had about 8 miles an hour out to right at the start of this game. Then it died down, and we really didn't have much wind at all, and now it's picked up a little bit. As Fisher swings and misses, he strikes out. There are 2 away, and that'll bring up Drew Farreau. So Farreau, a switch hitter, will flip around and hit from the left side. Farreau is 0 for 2 with a walk and a run scored. He put the Noles up 1-0 when he scored from second on a double by Hunter Carnes back in the 2nd inning. As he swings and sends that one foul out of play. Grounded out to first and flown out to right field since that 2nd inning walk and run scored. Here's the pitch and another foul ball. This one closer to the ground. It hits off the wall and bounces out into left field, and the count is 0-2 now to Farreau. 3 runs, 8 hits, no errors for the Noles. 1 run, 7 hits, no errors for Oregon State. The 0-2 pitch. And another foul ball. This one was a stay-alive foul ball by Farreau. Late swing. And you could tell he just wanted to foul that one off and get another shot at Hutchison here. Another 0-2 pitch here to Farreau. And that one's going to miss the outside corner. Fans not happy, but there was a lot of glove movement there from Wilson Weber. Trying to pull that one back into the strike zone. Ball and 2 strikes now to Farreau. Here's the pitch, and that will miss way outside. And the count is 2 balls and 2 strikes. Nobody on, 2 outs here. We're in the top of the 8th inning. Noles lead it 3-1. The 2-2 offering here from Hutchison. Farreau drives it. Right center field on the run Reeder. That's going to be off the wall. Farreau heads to second. He will stand up with a 2-out double. And the Noles now have a runner in scoring position for Chase Williams. Leading by 2 here in the top of the 8th. And that's a good example of what I talked about earlier. One thing that we noticed yesterday here at the ballpark, the ball does not carry a lot here. 400 to straightaway center, 365 in the alleys, and 330 down the lines, but it plays bigger than that. And that's a ball that is out of a lot of ballparks we play in by Farreau, but it's off the wall here. They're going to intentionally walk Chase Williams to have the right-on-right matchup between DeLamiere and Hutchison. So runners at first and second now with 2 outs. Ty McGahee, the third base coach for the Seminoles, wants to have a word with his redshirt freshman DH, Brody DeLamiere. James Hankerson Jr. started at the DH spot. He went 1 for 2 with a single and a strikeout. Then DeLamiere replaced him when Oregon State went to the left-hander, Nelson Keljo. And DeLamiere is 0 for 1 here in this ball game as that pitch will miss inside. Ball and no strikes to DeLamiere out of Bartram Trail, a redshirt freshman. It's a strike to the outside corner, and the count is 1-1. DeLamiere had his senior year of high school ball interrupted by a torn ACL. That's why he took a red shirt last year. He was still rehabbing that ACL injury. 1-1 pitch. Ground ball through the right side. Being waved home now is Faroe. Throw going to third to try to get Chase Williams. They've got him. The run scores as Williams is out at third, but Faroe scored prior to Williams getting tagged out at third base. So the Noles now take a 4-1 lead. Give DeLamiere an RBI on the base hit, scoring Faroe. And now we head to the bottom of the 8th. Noles are 6 outs away from taking a 1-0 lead in this Super Regional. 4-1, Florida State leads. You're listening to Seminole Baseball from Legends.
Scott and Wallace, the official injury lawyers of the Florida State Seminoles. Located in the heart of Tallahassee. Founded with a commitment to community and a will to win. Join Scott and Wallace at Dick Hauser Stadium with the Animals and the best fans in college baseball all season long. Scott and Wallace, real trial lawyers, real results.
Dining room, picnic, tailgate, or conference room. Whichever table you gather around, we'll be sure there's plenty to go around. Bring them together with barbecue. Grab Sonny's to go, or let us cater your next shindig with all your slow smoke favorites and sides. Available for pickup, delivery, or set up and serve. Order now at Sonny'sBBQ.com. Sonny's Barbecue. Local pitmasters since '68.
One lead for the Seminoles here as we go to the bottom of the 8th. Top of the order due up for Oregon State. Easton Talt, Ive Arquette, Gavin Turley against Florida State reliever Joe Charles. He's in after Joey Vellini went 6 2/3, gave up just 7 hits with no walks and 8 strikeouts. He gave up 1 lone run. That came back in the 4th inning. Florida State has scored in the 2nd, 6th, 7th, and 8th, 1 run apiece in each of those 4 innings to take a 4-1 lead. And now the Noles are 6 outs away from taking a 1-0 best 2 out of 3 lead here in the Super Regional in Corvallis, Oregon. So Easton Talt, the left-handed hitting leadoff batter, will step in here to face Joe Charles. Charles, the windup and the pitch. And that one will miss outside. A fastball from Charles. 1 ball and no strikes. He came in with 2 outs to face Jacob Craig, the 9-hole hitter. Got him to fly out to center field. That's the first batter he faced. So Charles just a third of an inning so far. Here's the 1-0. That's too far inside. And the count is 2 balls and no strikes. Charles working from the windup here to Easton Talt, who's 1 for 3. And that's on the inside corner for a strike. Make it 2-1 now to Talt. Easton Talt out of Everest, Washington. Junior, 5'10", 178 pounds. 2-1 pitch. That's swung at and fouled off. And that'll even things up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Nobody on, nobody out here. Noles lead 4-1. Bottom of 8. Florida State will have Carnes, Harrelson, and Lodis due up in the 9th. 2-2 pitch, and another foul ball. Bare hand grab by Hankerson in the Seminole dugout. Nice hands there, James. Just reach out with that right hand and a little snag off the top rail. 2-2. Talt steps back in. Right on left matchup here. 2-2 pitch. Line drive, hooking, foul down the right field line. And we'll stay at 2 balls and 2 strikes. 4 runs on 10 hits, no errors for the Noles. 1 run, 7 hits, no errors for Oregon State. Seminoles starting pitching was excellent last weekend in regional play. Their bullpen was even better. So far here today, starting pitching has been very good. And now it's up to the bullpen for the Seminoles, leading 4-1 here with nobody out in the bottom of the 8th. Another 2-2 pitch from Charles. And another foul ball. That one off the bottom of the bat, goes back to the netting behind home plate, bounces into it, and Ty McGahee will step out from the Seminole dugout and pick that one up. Charles waiting on the rubber here for Easton Talt to step back in. Talt ready. Charles, another 2-2 pitch and another foul ball. 94 on that fastball from Charles. Still 2 balls and 2 strikes. And we'll do 2-2 all over again. The offering from Charles. Popped him up. Middle of the infield. Lodis under it. Waiting and makes the catch. There's one away. That will bring up Iva Arquette. So Iva Arquette is the batter. Arquette is 1 for 3 in this game. Mentioned he's a Brooks Wallace finalist along with Alex Lodis. Also a semifinalist for the Golden Spikes and the Dick Hauser Trophy. Lodis has advanced into the finalist stage for both of those, as he gets a swing and a miss on a curveball there from Joe Charles on the first offering. He's had a number of awards throughout the season, has Arquette. One National Player of the Week award came back on April the 15th. He bends his knees and watches a pitch that comes in low and outside, 1-1 the count. He was the Brooks Wallace Award Shortstop of the Week back on February the 25th. Golden Spikes National Player of the Week on April the 21st. 1-1 pitch, swing and a miss. And the count is a ball and 2 strikes now to Iva Arquette out of Kailua, Hawaii. 6'5", 220-pound shortstop, and he'll probably go off the board in the first 10 picks next month. Swing and a miss! Joe Charles gets the strike out of Arquette, and there are 2 away. That'll bring up Gavin Turley. Turley is 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a ground out. Noles lead 4-1 with 2 outs and nobody aboard here in the bottom of the 8th. Keep in mind, Florida State will have Jamie Arnold on the mound tomorrow. And if they can hold on to this 4-1 lead, it will be an elimination game for Oregon State, as that pitch misses outside and the count is 1 ball and no strikes. We do not know who Oregon State will start tomorrow, as they have not yet made that known. The 1-0 pitch is swung on, grounded foul down the third baseline. 1-1 the count. Ethan Kleinschmidt is one candidate. 8-3 record and 15 starts with a 3.70 earned run average. Eric Segura is another potential starter for them. He's got 5 starts and 16 appearances with an 8-2 record and a 4.47 ERA. That pitch is called a strike, and the count is 1-2. Wyatt Queen has 5 starts and 19 appearances with a record of 3-1 and an ERA of 3.25. So those are a couple of names you could hear tomorrow for Oregon State. The 1-2 pitch from Charles. Bounces in, blocked by Carnes, evens up the count, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Nobody on, 2 outs here, bottom of 8. Noles 4 outs away from turning tomorrow into an elimination game. The 2-2 pitch. Strike 3 call. And a 1-2-3. Bottom of the 8th for Joe Charles here. We head to the 9th. Florida State 4, Oregon State 1. You're listening to Seminole Baseball from Legends.
Do we buy or rent?
How do I understand the housing market in my area?
How many bedrooms? How many bathrooms?
What's affordable in the neighborhood I want to buy?
Does it have a 2-car garage?
Does it have a fireplace?
What about a pool?
Does it have vaulted ceilings?
A realtor is your neighbor and ally, someone who understands your dreams and has the expertise to make them a reality.
Call a member of the Tallahassee Board of Realtors today. Visit us online at tbrnet.org to find a realtor.
The Tallahassee Board of Realtors, serving our community since 1935.
Seminole fans know that when their health is on the line, Tallahassee Memorial Healthcare is here with the most advanced medical care in the region. Tallahassee Memorial Healthcare is home to one of the top heart and vascular programs in the Southeast, the area's most powerful cancer center, and Tallahassee's only level 3 neonatal ICU. For 75 years, our expert team has offered the latest technology and treatment options to get you and your family back in the game. We are Tallahassee Memorial Healthcare, your hospital for life.
You are listening to Florida State Baseball.
Jay Hutchinson back out for Oregon State. Final line on Nelson Keljo, the second pitcher of the game for the Beavers. 2 2/3, 4 hits, 2 runs both earned with no walks and 3 strikeouts. Hutchinson has gone 2/3 so far. He's allowed 2 hits and a run with 1 walk and 1 strikeout. Noles lead this one 4-1. We're in the top of the 9th inning. It'll be Carnes, Harrelson, and Lodis due up. As we begin the 9th inning. Again, the side armor, A.J. Hutchinson in the game. Third pitcher of the game for Oregon State. The Noles have thrown Joey Vellini for 6 2/3 and Joe Charles for 1 1/3 so far. As Hunter Carnes steps in. Carnes is 2 for 3 in this game with an RBI double back in the 2nd, a single and a run scored in the 7th. And he takes a sidearm slider in there for a strike, 0-1 the count. Carnes, the freshman, now hitting .276 on the season. As Hutchinson working from the stretch here with empty bases. That one is driven to center field but hit right at Reeder, who barely has to move to make the catch, and there's one away. That'll bring up Gage Harrelson. Carnes has squared some balls up today. He's 2 for 4. As Harrelson steps in, he's only made 1 out. That was a ground out back in the 7th inning, but advanced Carnes over to second base where he was able to score on a single by Max Williams. As he hits one off the handle, a roller towards Arquette, a bobble, still the throw is in time. Nice stretch by Craig, the first baseman. And there are 2 down. That will bring up Alex Lodis. Lodis is 1 for 4 in this game. Four to 1 Noles lead. 2 outs here, top of 9. Joe Charles will have to navigate the 4, 5, and 6 spots in the Beaver lineup in the bottom of the 9th. As Lodis out in front of a first pitch slider there for strike 1 there as he fouls it off. Now the 0-1. Fastball good for a strike, make it 0-2. The 0-2 pitch. Lodice takes that one as it misses high and outside. Making a ball and 2 strikes. The ACC Player of the Year, Defensive Player of the Year, first team shortstop. All of the things for Alex Lodice this season. 1-2 pitch, off the handle foul that will hit in front of the Seminole dugout. Evan Crest will pick that one up. Rehabbing from his elbow surgery, not on the Seminole postseason roster, but here supporting his team. 1-2 the count here to Lodice. Here's the pitch. And Lodice swings and misses. Noles go down in order here in the ninth. We head to the bottom half. Florida State 4, Oregon State 1. Noles need 3 outs to move into a 1-0 lead in this best 2 out of 3 series. You're listening to Seminole Baseball from Legends.
When it comes to your orthopedic health, excellence is at the heart of our mission. At TOC, our physicians are more than just experienced. They're fellowship-trained and board-certified experts with advanced training who truly understand your needs. We take pride in delivering the highest level of care, offering both surgical and non-surgical treatment options, every age from head to toe. TOC, only experts. Visit teamtoc.com.
Scott and Wallace, the official injury lawyers of the Florida State Seminoles. Located in the heart of Tallahassee. Founded with a commitment to community and a will to win. Join Scott and Wallace at Dick Howser Stadium with the Animals and the best fans in college baseball all season long. Scott and Wallace, real trial lawyers, real results.
Florida State leading 4-1 as we go to the bottom of the 9th inning. And the Noles just 3 outs away. Again, this is a best 2 out of 3 series. Win 2, you advance to the College World Series in Omaha, Nebraska. Teams getting that early lead so far in the other super regionals. North Carolina an 18-2 win over Arizona in Chapel Hill. And then Louisville with an 8-1 win over Miami in Louisville. Third game of the day here, and then we'll have another one tonight, as that one will involve Coastal Carolina at Auburn. They get underway at 9 o'clock Eastern time, which is, I guess, just about right now. 6 o'clock out here on the West Coast, but 9 o'clock back home in Tallahassee. As Joe Charles facing Wilson Weber, Trent Caraway, and A.J. Singer. Noles lead by 3. First pitch, fastball in on the hands is fought off and fouled off for strike 1. Weber so far in this game 1 for 3 with a double. The 0-1 pitch, that's a line drive, base hit into left field. So leadoff batter's aboard, and then Chase Williams falls down while trying to get that ball, which puts Weber down at second base. Now Trent Caraway will be the batter. They're going to give him a double on that one. And now Trent Caraway steps in with runner at second and nobody out. There is activity in the Seminole bullpen, as Trent Caraway now. First pitch slider in there for a strike at 86 miles an hour. 0-1 the count here to Trent Caraway. Caraway is 0 for 3 in this contest. He had a huge regional, went 9 for 17 with 5 home runs. Swing and a miss. Another slider there from Joe Charles. And the count is 0-2. A.J. Singer will follow Caraway. 4-1 Noles lead. Runner at second here, nobody out. The 0-2 pitch. Slider off the plate. Doesn't get the chase by Caraway. And the count is 1 ball and 2 strikes. The 1-2 pitch. Just misses with a slider, and the count is now even. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two and two. Charles, first base side of the rubber, gets the pitch call in from Micah Posey. Here's the 2-2. Strike 3 call. And there's one away. That'll bring up A.J. Singer. A.J. Singer is 1 for 3 with a double today. As he faces Joe Charles for the first time. Lead-off double back in the 7th, but he was stranded at second base. That was when Charles came in with 2 outs to replace Joey Vellini and got a fly ball to center field to end the threat. First pitch misses, and the count is 1 ball and no strikes. Charles now the 1-0 pitch. Slider in there for a strike at 85, and the count is 1-1. Slider has one of the top swing and miss rates in all of the Atlantic Coast Conference. Ball to strike. Charles delivers. Check swing. Did he go around? Yes, he did. According to first base umpire Brian Marine. And the count is 1-2. 4-1 Noles lead. 1 out here. We're in the bottom of the 9th inning. Now the 1-2 pitch here from Charles. Just misses the outside corner with a fastball at 94. And that'll even things up here. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two-two pitch. Ground ball. Lodis up with it. He throws to first in time. And there are 2 away. That will bring up Tice Peterson. So Tice Peterson now the batter. Actually looks like we're going to get a pinch hitter here. It's going to be Bryce Hubbard, a junior catcher out of Norcross, Georgia. Attended Northwest Florida State College. After a year at Mississippi State. This is no relation to Bryce Hubbard, who we had in our weekend rotation a few years back. Now pitching in the Reds organization. This is Bryce Hubbard, a catcher who hits from the left side. And on the season, Hubbard a .211 batter with no home runs and 3 driven in as he fouls the first pitch off. Left-handed hitter, though, against the righty Joe Charles, as Mitch Canham wants to get that matchup. Hubbard 0 for 2 in the regional last week. Charles now the 0-1 pitch. Tried to backdoor the curveball there, but missed, and the count is 1-1. Looks at his wrist. Micah Posey in the dugout, calling the pitches. First base side of the rubber for Charles as he sets. Not paying much attention to the guy at second, nor should he. Up 3 runs, as that one will miss as well. 2-1 the count now to Bryce Hubbard. Oregon State down to their final out here. Noles lead 4-1. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Check swing. That one missed outside. They peel down to third. Javero January said he did not go around. So the count is 3-1 now to Hubbard. And if he gets on, I would imagine they'll have a pinch runner for him, and Cannon Reeder would be the batter. .3-1 pitch. And that one will miss. Hubbard draws the pinch hit walk. That puts runners at first and second now. And Cannon Reeder will come to the plate. He's the potential tying run in this one. And I think we're going to get another pinch hitter here for Reeder. It will be Dallas Macias. A junior left-handed hitter out of Parker, Colorado. And now Micah Posey is going to come out to the mound here. Macias is a 154 hitter on the season with 16 hits in 104 at-bats. He's homered twice and driven in 12. (4-1) Noles lead. Runners at first and second here, 2 outs. Posey is going to head back to the Seminole dugout. Joe Charles will face Macias here. Again, he's hitting 154 on the season. But Mitch Canham wants to get that left-handed hitter here against the right-hander, Joe Charles. So Macias, open stance from the left side. Charles, first base side of the rubber. Runners at first and second, 2 outs. 4-1 lead for the Seminoles. Charles sets. Here's the kick and pitch. First one's in there for a strike, a slider. And the count is 0-1 now to Dallas Macias. Charles the 0-1. That one will miss down low, and the count is 1-1 strike. Back to the back of the mound. Now Charles will get his pitch call in and goes around the rubber, puts right toe to rubber, now sets. He kicks, he pitches. Line drive, that's going to be a base hit. They're going to hold everybody up, so now the bases are loaded with 2 outs. And Jacob Craig is the batter. So Jacob Craig, who has doubled, 1 for 3 in this game, hit one to the warning track his last time up, comes up here with the bases loaded, 2 outs. Noles lead 4-1. Noles stick with Joe Charles here. First pitch, that gets by Hunter Carnes. 1 run will score. It's a 4-2 ball game. And now you can tie it with a base hit. Ball and no strikes now to Jacob Craig. Charles, just above the belt, delivers, swing and a miss on the slider, and the count is 1-1 now to Craig. Deep breath for Charles. He sets, waiting on Craig to go eyes up. Now he's ready. Here's the pitch, swing and a miss. Another slider there from Charles, and the count is 1-2 strikes. Well, if you're trying to get a chase here, you've got to make sure you do whatever you can to block a pitch that's in the turf. You don't want to put that potential tying run at third base. 1-2 pitch, misses outside and low. Does not get the chase, stopped by Hunter Carnes, and the count is 2 balls and 2 strikes. Craig ready, Charles delivers, line drive, base hit. And this is going to tie the ball game up. And the Noles can't close this one out here in the ninth. they've got to get another out here just to send it into extras. 4-4 game. Craig at first. Easton Talt, the leadoff batter, is at the plate. Time is called by the Oklahoma State dugout. They want to have a chat with batter and base runner here. So Easton Talt left-handed hitter here against Joe Charles. Craig down at first, held by Miles Bailey. And that pitch will miss up high. Oh, and no strikes now to Easton Talt. Talt is 1 for 4. Noles have the 3, 4, and 5 spots due up. Got to get this final out, though, before you can get to extras. The 1-0 pitch. Fly ball to right. And that one's going to end it. No, it's not. It's going to hang up there and stays in the ballpark. Caught at the warning track is Gage Harrelson, and I thought that ball got out of here. But we have a tie ball game as we go to the 10th. And for the Seminoles, it will be Max Williams, Miles Bailey, and Cal Fisher. You're listening to Seminole Baseball from Legends.
Okay, so they say love is patient, love is kind, blah, blah, blah. But let me tell you, love is meeting the internet of your dreams. So it may sound crazy, but with MetroNet's ridiculously fast fiber network, you'll learn to love your internet. They deliver the best possible experience, period. You can binge watch till your heart's content, game, and work from home all at the same time without buffering or lag. Shouldn't you love your internet? Sign up online at metronet.com.
Are you ready for the ultimate game day experience? Look no further than Sunstop Convenience Stores. With a fuel to keep you going, snacks, hot deli items, and more, Sunstop is the perfect teammate to knock your game days out of the park. Join our rewards program to rack up points with every purchase and use the points to save money on fuel. The more you shop, the more you save. Add our Sunny Saver payment card and save even more money on every fuel purchase. Sunstop Convenience Stores are your MVP for game day. Sunstop, we're from here. Go Noles!
This is Florida State Baseball.
We've got a 4-4 ball game here as we go to the 10th inning. Max Williams will lead things off for the Noles. Miles Bailey behind him, and then Cal Fisher. Kellen Oakes is the new pitcher for Oregon State. .6'2", 201-pound junior right-hander out of Canby, Oregon, a transfer from Lynn Benton Community College. Kellen Oakes, 18th appearance, record of 3-0, 1 save, ERA of 3.71. 28 hits, 17 walks in 34 innings, while striking out 46 batters. Batters are hitting .220 against Kellen Oakes. So the Noles had the opportunity there, could not protect a 3-run lead in the 9th. And now the Noles will have to see if they can get on the board here against Kellen Oakes. Noles have scored at least 1 run against each pitcher they faced. Dax Whitney, 4 2/3, 4 hits and 1 run with 3 walks and 10 strikeouts. Then Nelson Keljo, 2 2/3, 4 hits, 2 runs. He did not walk a batter while striking out 3. Hutchinson, 2 hits 1 run, 1 walk, and 2 strikeouts in 1 2/3. So they go to the righty here, Oaks. And Williams swings and fouls off the first pitch. A 4-4 ball game here, each team with 10 hits. And there's a fastball that misses outside. Ball and a strike to count here to Max Williams. Max has hit in 8 straight games. He's 1 for 4 in this one. RBI single in the 7th. That one is in the air, left center field. And under it is Macias, who makes the catch. And there's one away. So Macias stays in the game. Dallas Macias out in center field. Max Williams flies out. Now Miles Bailey, the hitter. 1 for 4 with a home run. Fly ball right center field. That one's going to stay in, however. A running catch for Talt. And there are 2 away. That'll bring up Cal Fisher. So Cal Fisher, the batter. Fisher 1 for 4. He has reached base safely now in 23 straight games. Fisher ready. Oaks delivers. That pitch will miss outside. The count is 1 ball and no strikes. Here's the 1-0 now to Fisher. And that one is tapped foul. Evens things up here at 1-1. One pitch. Make it 2-1 as that misses high and outside. Now the 2-1 to Fisher. Back up the middle, base hit, his 2nd of the game. Noles have a base runner here with 2 outs, and Drew Farreau now will be the batter. Farreau is 1 for 3 in this game with a double. That came off the wall in right center field back in the 8th inning. We're in the 10th now, a 4-4 ball game. Blast another one off the wall out there, would you, Drew? Throw over to first. Back in standing up is Cal Fisher. John Abraham is up throwing in the Seminole bullpen as Farreau grounds one. First baseman has it. Flips to the bag at first. Oaks misses the bag but tags Farreau out before going down on the ground there at first base, and the side is retired. No runs a hit and 1 left stranded. We've played 9.5. Florida State 4, Oregon State 4. You're listening to Seminole Baseball from Legends.
Scott and Wallace, the official injury lawyers of the Florida State Seminoles, located in the heart of Tallahassee, founded with a commitment to community and a will to win. Join Scott and Wallace at Dick Hauser Stadium with the Animals and the best fans in college baseball all season long. Scott and Wallace, real trial lawyers, real results.
Champion Auto continues to be the fastest growing used car dealership in the Big Bend. This is not by accident. It's because they have over 150 quality trucks, cars, and SUVs to choose from, so you are sure to find the vehicle you like. The Champion Finance team is famous for finding the best interest rates and getting you the lowest payments possible. Champion Auto has the nicest people, making your car buying experience the best. So stop by the dealership today on West Tennessee Street and always open at championautofl.com, where our brand is quality.
You are listening to Florida State Baseball.
Florida State coming out into the field here as John Abraham will be the new pitcher for the Noles. Joe Charles, 2 1/3, 3 hits, 3 runs, all earned with 1 walk and 3 strikeouts, and could not get that final out there in the 9th inning. So here we are in the bottom of the 10th, a 4-4 ball game. And due up, it'll be the 2, 3, and 4 spots for Oregon State. John Abraham, 6'3", 193-pound sophomore right-hander out of Jesuit High School in Tampa. 22 appearances now on the season, with all but one of those coming from the bullpen. 1 save, record of 4-0, ERA of 4.41. Abraham 42 strikeouts in 32 2/3 innings. He's given up 29 hits while walking 23 batters, hitting .236 against Abraham. He'll show you a fastball up to 95 with a cutter, a curveball, and a changeup. Abraham, 1 regional appearance, 1 inning, 2 hits, 1 strikeout. And that's the first run the Seminole bullpen has given up since the Atlantic Coast Conference tournament, as Charles charged with 3 earned runs here in his 2 1/3 outing. So now it'll be Iva Arquette, Gavin Turley, and Wilson Weber due up, the 2, 3, and 4 spots for Oregon State. 4-4 ball game. Abraham, first pitch, fastball, misses inside, and the count is 1 ball and no strikes. Arquette is 1 for 4 in this game with a single and a run scored, a couple of strikeouts as well. The 1-0 pitch. That's a line drive into left field. Could be extras for Arquette. And he's going to go into second with a double. And that will bring up Gavin Turley. Now, Oregon State likes to bunt a lot, or I should say at least a lot more than a team like Florida State does. Florida State, 10 sacrifice bunts on the season, 31 for Oregon State. Turley is not a guy that they have used in that capacity this year. Will they ask him to bunt? Florida State thinks so. Bailey in tight at first. Fisher even with the bag at third. Turley is watching as that pitch is a curveball, good for a strike, and the count is 0-1. Turley did not show any signs of bunting there. Bailey's still even with the bag at third, Fisher's still even with the bag at third. Bailey will back up at first. He is now even with the bag. He was in tighter before. The 0-1 pitch misses low and outside, and the count is 1 ball and 1 strike. Turley back into the right-handed batter's box as Abraham is ready with his pitch. He sets. And here's the pitch. That's a ground ball. Lodis, a diving stop, and he's not going to have a play at first. That's going to be an infield single for Turley, and Wilson Weber now will be the batter. Runners at the corners, nobody out. Oregon State has 5 come from behind wins this year, and they're trying to get their 6th here in the first game of Super Regionals. Weber has 2 doubles and is 2 for 4 in this ball game. Link Jarrett came out and said something to home plate umpire Dave Soucy. Are they going to? Well, I'm not sure. Mike Apposey is going to come out and visit. I'm not sure. Soucy was saying something to the Oregon State dugout about this visit. Link came out and said something to Dave Soucy, and then Posey came out to the mound, and Link might have been checking to see how many visits Florida State had made. And Caraway at first on the fielder's choice. Now you can get out of this with a double play. A.J. Singer, the batter. Singer's grounded into 2 double plays this year. Florida State will go in at the corners, double play depth in the middle. 4-4 ball game here, 1 out. That one is in the air. That's going to get over the head of Max Williams, and that's going to end this ball game. Oregon State will win it. And they take game 1 of the Super Regional. After trailing 4-1 going into the 9th, Oregon State, a come from behind extra inning walk-off win. 5-4 your final score, as Oregon State's now 46-13-1. Florida State falls to 41-15. We'll have the Sunstop postgame show coming up next. We will come back and play tomorrow with Jamie Arnold on the mound for the Noles, trying to even up this series, a best 2 out of 3 series. Noles will try to even it up tomorrow with a 9 o'clock Eastern time start here in Corvallis. We'll come back. Sunstop postgame show is coming up next. You're listening to Seminole Baseball from Legends.
Seminole fans know that when their health is on the line, Tallahassee Memorial Healthcare is here with the most advanced medical care in the region. Tallahassee Memorial Healthcare is home to one of the top heart and vascular programs in the Southeast, the area's most powerful cancer center, and Tallahassee's only level 3 neonatal ICU. For 75 years, our expert team has offered the latest technology and treatment options to get you and your family back in the game. We are Tallahassee Memorial Healthcare, your hospital for life.
For 48 straight years, Ford F-Series have been the best-selling trucks in America. We got here by engineering breakthrough technology, redefining Built Ford Tough, and never settling for second best.